welcome to the Full 42. We are a bunch of geeks talking about geek stuff today. We have guests with us. You might recognize them if you're a fan of the show. They've been here a few times. Getting to be our second most appearing guest. Is that about right? Awesome. We got a board game rundown with us. The URL to their channel, if you like these guys, we do. Go check it out. It should be in the descriptions. We're going to be talking about our top 5 board games from the year 2015.
I feel very honored, not only that you guys are here, but that Mike is 1, not on a couch, and 2, sitting upright for this show.
Yeah. Don't even ask about pants.
Well, that's optional. I mean, that's in the call to action. I mean, pants are optional.
What do you want?
Yeah. Different backdrop, maybe even. You know,
Upgrades
remote location.
Yeah, filming from a remote OnlyFans location.
Right.
Oh, different location. We're not in basement Mike tonight.
No.
Nice.
That is correct.
Winston says hi, bro. You are fine.
Sure
I like some of those games back there to all of you. Yeah, awesome. So we're going to be talking about those games, 2015, some good ones that maybe you've lost. You've went past. Yeah, like and subscribe, all that stuff. I always forget that stuff. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah. I'm doing
it feels weird calling you Mike, but we got 2 mics. Googs.
I mean, everyone could be Mike tonight.
Hey, whatever.
We can just all be Mikes tonight, and then nobody will be confused.
Yes.
Open mic night.
Open mic.
Oh, dang.
All right. So, but before we do that, as usual, we're going to BS for a while.
Let's do it.
We're going to be doing announcements and paintings and a bunch of silly stuff and all that. So, yeah. Oh, look at that. We got Cookie in here. We got a lot of people. Say hi to everybody.
Howdy.
Happy Monday. Too much information from our chat.
It's good to people we'll see soon too. So
before we get into all that stuff, just how's everybody doing? We were running a little bit late, so we've had like 5 minutes to talk before I hit live. So
Good.
Scott, great to see you. Please let me know what works for you. How obviously after next week, but what I talked about on the last show, getting you back on. So what works for the rest of April, maybe May. Well, actually, there's only one more in April. So in May, what works to get you on here? Please.
There you go.
Yeah. Scott Beck, he's great.
Also, yeah, it's been a minute, and we didn't. I mean, I had to restart my computer because everyone was frozen there for a minute. So I don't know what you guys were talking about, but how like Chris said, how is everyone?
I just got back from family spring break trip, so I guess refreshed, except for walking into work after being off, a little bit. Kind of catching all that up.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the weirdest place I've ever been, though. So
biggest ball of twine in
Bob's basement.
Yeah,
Family reunion.
Weirder than that. We went up to this place in Wisconsin, and it's called the House on the Rock. So there was this dude who, like, back in the 40s, 30s, used to go up to these outcroppings that were just there in these fields and would picnic. And the land came up for sale, so he bought it. And then on one of these gigantic rocks, he built a house. And then, but he did it like he put like a ladder on the side and had to like carry the bricks up. So he like built this whole house himself. And then people started driving by, wanted to see the house. They started paying him to tour it. And then as they were doing that, he would just take the money and start investing it and buying more and more stuff and like adding on. So like there was this huge outcropping, right? And there's a house on top of it. You go through that house and it's crazy and weird and it's stocked with all kinds of crazy stuff like statues and like music boxes from like the 1800s. Like they have like these big copper plates with like holes in them. So like as the plate turns, like it plays like this chimey, whatever kind of old timey song. And then he built this infinity room off the side of it. So it's this big spike that just comes off the side of the house. But the way that it's designed, it gets narrower as it goes down, but it looks like it goes on forever because of the perspective, right? So you like walk out. But when you walk out there, you can feel it kind of moving because it's just kind of hanging out off the side. And then you go into like all these other buildings that he had built. There's a carousel in there that is bigger than my house. That's got 269 animals on it, and not one of them is a horse. There is a giant sculpture of a whale fighting an octopus that's probably 50 yards long and like 4 stories tall. In this this place is insane.
It's all on top of a rock.
No, just the house, and then the other stuff you kind of go down and around.
Oh, that's a big rock. It's like a
it's a huge rock. Yeah, but anyways, I just say
this, right?
Huh?
You took pictures.
Oh, I took so many pictures. Yeah, I'll send you some pictures.
You should post some of them in the Discord so we can see this because this is absolutely wild.
But I bought a glass from there to be my whiskey drink.
Oh,
so
fun!
That's a picture of the glass or the house on the side there. But this place is insane, and it takes about 3.5, 4 hours to walk through. You could spend more time if you wanted. There's just all kinds of crazy stuff in there. So insanity.
I think Dave's theory is perfectly viable.
Yeah. He just dropped acid in his whiskey and
he just sat there looking at that cup.
Just like
No horses in the carousel.
It was like this room where it looked like it went on for like
forever, man. I'm just gonna say that the
hysterical.
It take more than one mushroom to see all the weird shit that I saw over the weekend.
A whale fighting a kraken. Yeah.
And then for no particular reason, Air Guy said, Tim, we need to go pee in this cup tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
That's hysterical.
I don't have a story behind it. However, I did go up to we can actually get to Canada in about 3.5 hours from where we're at. You can get to Windsor, Ontario. So I did a weekend trip. This is actually February, so a little while ago. But on the way back, I hit up the duty free and grabbed a bottle that I thought Mike would appreciate. Since the Great Ones record got broken, I'm breaking out Wayne Gretzky number 99 double out.
There you go.
So there you go.
How many assists does that guy have?
Yeah, that I was gonna wait. My first question is how is it, and then my second question was well, not a question, but more of a dig. Was you can combine Ovechkin's goals and assists, and it still wouldn't beat Gretzky's assists.
Yeah, he's got what 1,500 or something like that, something crazy.
Fucking bonkers.
I have no idea what anybody's talking about.
It's hockey.
They're talking about cricket.
Sports balling.
Wayne Gretzky's got the most goals scored by an NHLer, and recently Alex Ovechkin, who's been playing for 20 years, just broke it. But if you combine Wayne Gretzky's goals, because you get a point per goal and you get a point.
And the HLer is a hockey person.
Yes.
NHL is hockey, correct. If you combine Alex Ovechkin's goals and assists, it still wouldn't beat Wayne Gretzky's assist number. That's how great Wayne Gretzky was.
He made
and
others around
added 800 and something goals that he scored.
Yeah,
and the assist number is
like if you pass it to me and I score, you get an assist.
They mark that down.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They track everything, man.
That's a
If
pretty
the guy
valuable.
who passes it for the assist, you get a half a point.
No,
That's
you
a
get
pretty valuable asset.
you get a full point.
Finding guys who are open who can shoot, very valuable.
Very hard too.
Being so needy.
How is
Mike,
how is the 99, Mike? Is it good?
It's not bad, especially picking it up for like $25 a bottle. It's pretty decent.
What's the percentage? 40?
Well, I think this one's like a 40.
You'd think it'd be 99 a bottle.
It is a 40 actually.
Hey,
You are fine.
Yeah, that's
Is 99 his number?
Jersey number.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, I'm disappointed you didn't pay a tariff on that.
Well, I picked it up in February, so
Ah,
duty free, baby.
You beat the buzzer.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel sorry for a designer friend of ours because like he just had to pay a bunch of extra money, and now they're talking about like freezing some of the tariffs and stuff. It's like, so if you were a small business and you got stuff delivered in this little window here, you got screwed, and then other people are going to be able to avoid it.
it's hard not to. I'm gonna put a kind of like let's keep the conversation of that also side. Not for political stuff. We're all on the same boat here, but I'm just tired of hearing it. I want to hang out with friends and think positively tonight.
Yep.
We talked about
I
it.
post about it today, so it's fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
It's a serious thing, and yeah, I'm sick of it too.
I mean it's turned all my Facebook stuff into doom scrolling when it used to be all happy board game stuff, you know. So, yeah.
Fuck that
I
out.
want happy board game stuff tonight. So
Yeah, we need shiny happy people, REM, not it's the end of the world as we know it,
Yes.
REM.
Yeah.
Although it's still kind of a happy, upbeat song, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a, isn't that losing my religion kind of argument?
I feel fine.
All right, so we have announcements. Normally doing announcements right here. For some reason, we're not experts. That should be
always
the name of the future thing we're doing, Mike.
We're not experts.
Not experts.
Oh yeah, maybe.
But you stayed at a Holiday Inn last night.
That's right.
We did. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I got well, so Friday was National Board Game Day. Did you guys know that?
Totally.
I did.
I played all my board games, every single one.
All of them? So no more shelf.
No more Shelf of Shame.
I just did one turn for everyone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Old.
Cracked the seal on all of them.
I just looked at them all.
Partnered with Bullfinch, which I know you heard me talk about. That's where we meet on every Tuesday. They're the ones that made the can. I've shown it before. I'm gonna fall. There we go.
Great beer.
The can for QSCon.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So we
nice.
played with them a little game day.
Had a
From
couple of
4
those.
till they closed. We had some local vendors come out and 3D printed stuff and dice and candles, like D&D themed candles. Great turnout. We raised money for both Extra Life and for Ava Strong. I don't know if Tom is in the chat, but he's from Albany. He came out from Albany to run it. So we raised money for both. Just about $600 for split for each of the fundraising. So it was a great time. We're doing it again in June for International Tabletop Day. But it was a great time. And I don't know, I have a question for the panel.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
It's easier when it's the panel and it's not just me.
No, because
Easier for you.
I'm going to say Tim might know this. I don't think Chris did. And if I had to put my money down, I'd put it on Tim, not on the other guys. But if I said Goldenrod 77, would that do anything?
Well, I mean, that's C3PO.
So you know what I'm talking about.
I think so.
All right, Chris, can you pull up the internets?
Were you talking about the Topps card?
I sure am.
All the
Okay.
internet? It's going to be a long show.
Just an internet page. Do a Googles.
All right, it's open.
Hey, man.
What's up? And
Children,
type in,
avert your eyes.
type in your what? Goldenrod? What?
Goldenrod
and
77.
Wow.
Do C3PO.
Is that
Goldenrod
Bob's-
C3PO.
Is that Bob's porn name?
Title of my sex tape.
It should be. Do
It
you
could
go? Wait,
be.
before you show anything, did you know about this,
No.
Bob?
Oh,
Mike, do you know?
Chris. You
I had
sweet
never heard
summer
of
children.
Oh,
Pull up
God.
the card.
right.
This is a real thing. This is from 1977. It's a top set of trading cards for the Star Wars movie that came out in 77. It's the only one that had to get. It's actually, you had to reprint it, so it's actually sought after. Look at that thing.
Not safe for work.
Wow. Anatomically correct. With the Kung Fu
Isn't that
grip.
ridiculous?
What the?
Is that
gonna need
Rim
an oil
for her
bath.
pleasure?
Wow.
Is it his hit? I think it's an illusion, right? It's obviously not the thing. They
There's
didn't
something,
Right.
yeah. There's something weird about it, but it's not
How he's
like actually.
turned?
Yeah, he's not actually hanging dong.
right.
there.
It's like he had a duck, and it was like his side thing.
Yeah, kind of sticking out.
I
But it
just found
definitely-
out about this today, and I wanted to share it with everybody.
That's hilarious.
It's like a $200 card. Like if you can track it down, they have graded
Wow.
like 5s, and it's like $195 it's selling for. It's ridiculous.
It's never good
Wow.
when you ask me to open the internet.
Yeah, no, that was something I could not pass up for today. That was my. I learned something, and now I shared it with you guys.
Wow.
Yeah,
The cards?
Mike, way to
Like
call
the
your shot,
cards
though. I
or-
knew exactly what you were talking about. when you said
I knew it. I figured you would have. I thought maybe Chris, but probably not.
If it's wiener related, Tim probably knows about it.
That's right.
Right.
You had me
Nice
at goldenrod.
dildo. Yep. So there's a thing for everyone.
Matt.
It's a 1977 Topps traded card from Star Wars, and it has some value to it if you know anyone that might have it.
Also, we now know what to get Chris for Christmas.
Yep. A goldenrod?
Right.
Yep.
Well, I've got one in the drawer.
Bob, you got a spare, lightly used.
Lightly used.
Pre-loved.
Mhm. Yep.
But that's it. That's all.
Was that your announcement? Or
Yeah.
I mean,
it's your banter? Yeah.
My first one was about the fundraising and National Board Game Day.
Okay.
My second one was more of a did you know kind of thing.
Ba-na-na-na.
The more you know.
That's one way to announce your sporting wood.
Mm-hmm. It's not wood. He's made it.
Yeah.
They don't allow metal bats anymore.
They do in college, though.
How about the BGR? What do you guys have coming out this week?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Yeah, what's your Wednesday show?
Oh, our Wednesday show. Is it Jason Blake?
Jason Blake, designer of Seismic.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good game.
Yeah.
I don't think we picked a
Big
topic
game.
yet, though. So.
Big game.
No, we got to talk to him about topic. Yeah, amazing. Like it's a game that I thoroughly enjoyed and was kind of never seen anything like it. The components are insane, and it won't be for everybody. But like the way that the board crumbles as you're trying to do stuff is so crazy and fun. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Get the relic that allows you to move when the ground crumbles below you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I like
pretty.
that everyone has a piece of the puzzle, but you all have a separate piece of the puzzle.
Right. Also true. Yep.
Pretty nutso miniatures. You're actually constructing a rocket to evacuate the planet, and there's this big thing like holding it together as you gradually do that over time. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's cool.
Worth mentioning, we are like dangerously close to 7,000
Oh
subs.
my God,
So
we're so close.
if anybody hasn't subbed yet, we'd appreciate it. We're just
Right?
Fine, I'll do it.
That went quick. It wasn't that long ago you crossed 5, then all of a sudden you hit 6, and now you're almost at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
appreciate that. It feels it feels like the climb from 6 to 7 has taken way too long.
It feels like from 6,900 to 7 has taken a lot more. Like from 5 to 6,900.
Yeah.
To put it in perspective for you, we've made one in 3 months.
Yeah, Chris and I last week were just talking about how long it's been to go from 5'10 to 5'11.
Hey, thanks, Matt. There we go.
Hey, thank you, Matt.
Bump.
And that's a classy one too. That's no chump.
No,
Getting Matt to
It's harder. It's harder with live shows. Like it
is. Yeah.
We built our audience with studio reviews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different monster.
And it's weird too because we have other shows that do like we have one that's Scryfy where we just focus on one show and talk about it. And so people subscribe to that and they go, "Oh, what's this live show?" And it's board games. And we're like, "What? This it has nothing to do with Ahsoka or Star Trek or whatever we were talking about, right?" So we're a little bit all over the place, but you know,
you're going to be Andor focused soon.
Yeah, we might do that. Well, the problem is we can't do that because Mike and I are off to a convention whenever Andor comes out.
Yeah, that's true. You'll be in the Great White North, eh?
I mean, just 2 hours east of me.
Well, yeah, for you.
Yeah, but we can catch. I mean, we could start that up again the week after once we catch up. Because they're doing, isn't it like a 3-episode drop or something?
A lot of shows do that. 3-episode initial, and then the 1 week after that.
They've historically done two. Like it was a double. Daredevil was.
I think they did double. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But this, if I read the calendar correctly, this is a 3-episode. Like they're doing multiple episodes per drop because it's like
they're doing like 3, 3, and 3 or something like that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like maybe it's because some of the writers these days have a hard time with pacing, and so they don't know where they can cut things off to get that pacing.
Well, I think some of that is the studios too, and unfortunately, because Andor was going to be 5 seasons, and then they crushed it all down, which is really unfortunate because it is probably my favorite Star Wars show next to The Mandalorian. And I don't even love Rogue One like everybody else does, but they made Cassian Andor like such a compelling character, and that story was so interesting. Actually, once I finish Andor season 2, I'm going to go back and rewatch Rogue One just to see if it gives me more
to it. I loved it. Yeah. I really enjoyed Rogue One. Yeah. I like Andor a lot, but I like it because I like what was that Skarsgård.
Yeah, like Stellan Skarsgård. Yeah,
like that meeting he's got. Like, that guy, he's like, "What have you given up?" He's like, "Everything."
That is one we talked about it on one of our shows. That monologue was one of the best things I've ever seen in television, like on a screen. It's if not, I mean, it'd be hard for me to rank. Definitely top 5, if not top 3.
That monologue is so good that he wears a badass outfit just for it. You never see him wear it again or afterwards. I was like, they made one outfit just for that scene.
Oh, it was unbelievable. It was so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Dave, thanks for calling me out on my directional skills.
I don't know, Googs.
We all went along with that. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, he was right.
The Earth is flat. You go the wrong way. You might just fall off, or you'll loop around. If it's round, you'll be fine.
We'll find out.
Just take you longer to get there.
Justify breathing in the atmosphere, knowing that the Earth is flat. Shouldn't it just be like an atmo flat?
Yeah.
Bob, I bought a gyroscope to tell me like if the Earth is rotating and if it's round or not. But it keeps giving me the wrong reading, so it's probably broken because it keeps telling me the Earth is round. I don't know if you guys ever watched that documentary, but the lengths that those people go to test and then deny their own findings is absolutely incredible.
Makes sense.
I never saw Bull Durham.
Oh, Bull Durham's fun.
It's a sports movie. You won't like it.
You won't like it, but I like it.
Now, that's not always true. I love Ted Lasso.
Fair. Bull Durham is more of a sports movie though than Ted Lasso.
That's good.
It's a soccer show.
Is it a soccer show? I thought it was about like a guy who like hosts a TV show or something.
No.
He's a
that's like Arliss or the Larry Sanders Show or any other show other than Ted Lasso.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Borderlands Life. Yeah, I've rewatched Ted Lasso like 3 times.
I haven't finished season 3 yet, but
okay. Well, they're gonna make another one. So
yeah, I'm really not excited because I don't think it's gonna be any good. I hope they prove me
wrong. Same writers.
Yeah, but it's like now he's gonna be in charge of a women's team. Like it's a whole different kind of thing. And not that like ladies sports is bad or anything. It was kind of that story one time was compelling. Will it be compelling a second time?
Did we send Katy Perry into space?
About to.
I did not pay attention to a lot of
random
news. Okay.
Not yet, but they're scheduled as an all-woman crew scheduled to fly up in that penis-looking rocket.
Let's hope they don't play fireworks on the way out.
Yeah. I love it.
I see what you did there.
Low-hanging fruit. That was a good one.
Someone had to grab for it.
It went up today? I didn't know it went today.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I saw them like ringing the bell, like going by and ringing the bell. It's a big thing.
I assume they landed safely, or else we would have heard about it by now. Right?
So, I don't know why. Maybe just because it's Katy Perry's particular endowments, but we used to see this lady at a Comic-Con every couple of years in Chicago at the Wizard World. Bob, did you ever run into Debbie? Was it Debbie Death Star? Donna Death Star?
Great tracts of land.
Yeah. So she basically just wore like a dress, but then she had 2 Death Stars. One, and then like she basically was like walking around and getting people to buy her shots, and you could take your picture with her.
Worth it.
All right. So
Star Wars related, so it's on topic.
Yeah, always is here. I have a announcement that what is this month? April? Yeah.
April.
So in a row, Chris, are you all right?
I know. In May, I'll be in Kubla Khan if anybody's going there.
Hey, right
Come by
on.
and say hi. And then I'll be in RageCon in June, so come and see me there.
Rage. That sounds like a headbangers con.
Oh,
Should be.
You know, like
It should
Slayer's playing there,
Yeah.
Pantera's playing there, Megadeth is playing. You know, like
No, you still
like
play
I've
board
been
games, but you still.
you
I'm
just flip the table.
so in.
I guess a side note, speaking of cons, in next month, the three of us will be at IndieCon.
Yeah,
Small
it's
convention.
yeah, Bob. You say that, but like nobody else can go.
Nobody
It's
knows. It's like 150 people.
It's 125 and it's sold out in like 24 hours. Yeah,
Oh,
it's an
wow.
invite only little convention we go to in Indy. But it's literally one of those like it's kind of like QSCon. Sit and play
Yep, sit and
games
play.
the whole time. They give away stuff.
Nice.
Man vs. Meeple's a big sponsor for it because they're local. So like it's basically like these guys that are they combine a bunch of a couple of the Indianapolis game groups
Game groups, yeah.
and but they were foolish enough to invite us me many moons ago, and then I started dragging my friends there, and now we're fixtures. So
That's how it works, right?
mhm.
I just still don't get the email. I just send the $5 on PayPal. So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah, and it's $5. It's $5
Yeah,
to go,
$5.
and it's 2 days.
Oh wow,
Not bad.
Mhm.
that's pretty neat.
Yeah. I'm really, really excited for it. They also have an awesome flea market. So like
Yes.
everybody, they just create a BGG thread and everybody posts games and their prices, and you can go in and basically you can offer whatever you want. I mean, the worst thing they do is say no, but like there's so many times I rarely ever pay the price that's listed. I'm always like, you take $10 less, you know, or I'll trade you, like, look at the games I'm selling. Are there any of those you want? Like, I'll trade you those. And it's really cool. It's really fun.
Nice.
I'm getting Downfall of Pompeii. I didn't tell these guys, but I'm getting Downfall of Pompeii finally. So
Finally.
I'm trading my,
Oh, you are getting your own copy?
I'm getting my own copy finally, and I'm trading my Goofy movie game for it.
Wow.
You mean movies about Goofy?
No, a Goofy movie themed board game.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That's quite the trade there.
Yeah, that's gaining a lot of popularity. The Goofy movie lately. I see a lot of posters.
Well, Bob made a face. I was like, well, Bob, I'll trade you instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sold 6 games already. I've
Yeah.
bought like 4 and I'm still coming out ahead.
I've never seen Mike spend so much money ever in my life.
You're not lying.
I know. He spent like $5, and I'm like, Mike, what are you doing? Are you
Whoa,
sick?
look at that. Look at that go. Jeez. That grows on trees.
That's fun.
Hey, done.
We need somebody call Mike sponsor. He's out of control.
It's true.
It's Wayne Gretzky. His sponsor is Wayne Gretzky.
Mhm.
Yeah, and beard oil.
And now we're back to Wayne Gretzky. So let's move on to.
There we go.
All right. So I know you got a Luca painting for us, right?
Sure do.
All right.
I sure do. I don't have any show and tell. I wish I did. Ironically, the figure that's sitting right next to me is him, but
Hey, Goldenrod.
Correct.
he doesn't have the thing. So
You just don't have it at the right angle.
That's
yeah,
a silver, Silverfoot.
Yeah. All right. So I have a Luca painting. I went into the archives for this one for you guys.
Ooh.
This is from December of 2023.
Okay.
Wow.
So he's been doing it since December of 2022. So this is about a year into his thing, and this is today's.
What does everybody see there?
Ooh.
Rorschach test.
Sonic and Knuckles fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
It's an easy one. Can see that. I saw like a red tornado creature with yellow gloved hands.
Yellow?
Blue.
Oh,
I
I
know,
was like,
I know colors.
I don't see. Use a yellow. I'm pretty good with.
I'm saying yellow, guys.
Yeah.
I think Chris is having a stroke.
Ooh, he got into Tim's mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite the right color. I almost see a flamingo. I'm seeing like legs at
Oh, I
the
could
bottom
see the-
and a body
yeah,
in the middle.
It could
Flamingos
be
do
a
have red
Dragon
feathers
of
too.
some sort. Like the
yeah.
head.
It could be a red dragon with a blue tail.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. Eric sees it. A flamingo cheerleader. We know one of those.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be pulling these up here. Yep. Flamingo in red dress with blue pom poms.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
Flamingo
Big
cheerleader.
red spider being punched by little blue man.
Oh, I see the spider. Yeah, and the little blue man with the fist. So like the part underneath is like the movement lines for his arm going in.
Mm-hmm.
See a little punching blue man. Yep. Red race car for a year ago.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I like that one.
Spring-
I like the dragon idea, like the big
Mhm.
spiral, like he's coming out of the water. Maybe
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's good. I like it. What was he looking at anything when he did it?
He was not. So I see, and this is a little bit of a. I haven't watched it in forever. Maybe you guys have Homestar Runner,
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
man.
right?
Wow.
That what does?
Yep. But
Been a
I
minute.
asked him just before the show what this was when he painted it, and clearly it's a snake and two turtles.
well, duh. Come on,
So I
guys.
was close to
Come
the
on, guys.
dragon and the coiling and the.
Makes sense.
Right?
When I
mean,
said
that's-
dragon, I meant snake. I mean, everybody knew that.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So sure. And then you got
The turtles were so obvious. Why?
It's like,
Clearly.
yeah, who doesn't see yellow turtles?
They're in the water.
Blue ones, it probably just means you need to buy more board games.
Oh, I'm not the one who went dark this week.
Oh wow.
I'm not the
Yeah.
one who went dark.
Yep.
Oh,
Now
where,
you're
come on, baby.
Wow.
There you go.
Huh. Hmm.
Yeah.
Water
So
turtle.
this was December 22nd.
Man,
Nice.
Left.
that's
left.
cool.
Superman in the middle of his quick change. I like that.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, he's throwing his
Oh,
clothes
interesting.
down. Yeah.
Santa
good one,
spring.
All right, Alicia. Nice.
Nice.
All right, that was it.
We're gonna
Let's
leave it
go.
like that. Oh no, not like that.
No, we're not.
There we go.
We'll change that right up real quick.
All right. So we're gonna. Did you already change the banner? That's awesome.
I did.
Nice.
Well, you don't
I didn't
anymore,
do it.
so I have to.
I don't. I don't. I've been phoning it in. I know.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting, guys.
I'm gonna go drink some more. I'll be right back.
Nope. You're right. Yeah. So we're gonna do top 5 board games from 2015. Let's talk about exceptions, ideas, what that meant, and stuff. I don't have any. I don't think I even considered expansions. Well, it didn't seem like a very big expansion year, actually.
Yeah,
It depends on the game.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. But I mean, like, we've just recently done 13 and 14, 2013 and 14, and the expansions were like a lot at that point. I guess because it was right at the cusp of where everything just started exploding, right? And board games.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this year is where people started catching up with new games again after the expansions of the last 2 years.
I left off like special like deluxe editions. If it was out before and they just kind of like redid it in deluxe, left that off.
Oh, yep. I did that too.
No, and no expansions.
Yeah, same. No expansions for me.
No
I
expansion.
have a standalone expansion because it deserves its spot.
Okay, that counts. And
Right.
for
Right.
me personally, and I assume Chris, are you this way? Because my screen's backwards.
Yeah.
Right? You're over here.
Yep.
Chris? Okay.
Yep.
One of our rules is we leave off these lists, stuff that we have personally developed or designed, and stuff that got us in the hobby, like Arkham Horror for me. And one of the things we don't necessarily talk about, and you guys can, is something that was big for him in this year.
Yeah, 2015 is whenever we made Asking for Troubles, the first edition. So that was a pretty strong year for us. It was a good year. Kickstarter, all that stuff.
Well, you had it back to back, right? 14 was Evil Intent, and 15 was Troubles.
Well, we delivered in Evil Intent in 14. We actually, the Kickstarter was in 13. Well, it was in 12 too, the first one. So
Right.
we had to have a second one because the first one didn't make it. So
Gotcha. Yeah,
But,
so I
yeah.
mean, Troubles would be on this list as obviously on my list of top 5.
So you're about to say best, right? Because you put them in order.
If not for that game, we probably wouldn't have this show, right? Because when you did
Fair
the
enough.
expansions for it, that's when I reached out to get you on the show, and then this whole thing came from it. So Troubles will always have a spot at that. Arkham, Batman will always be top of any list that I can make it on.
Oh
But
yeah.
for this reason, it's left off my top 5 because people should know that it has a spot always.
I have 17 games that I wrote down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I wrote down 10, maybe 11.
I got
because I didn't convert this
15.
one. Oh,
So I got some
geez, Mike.
replacements in case something gets stolen. I'm assuming that's going to happen tonight.
Probably. Yeah.
See?
I guess 17.
I usually just put down all the ones I like and then I sort them.
Yep.
And by the way, sorting, did those who sorted theirs from, like 5th best, 4th best, 3rd best, 2nd best? Everybody?
I do them subjectively. My number 1 is my favorite.
Okay. So
Just the one, yeah.
Mike's the only loser here then that just is going to do it randomly?
Mine might be a little random. Basically just in case there's crossover so I could talk about a different game. But my number 1 will probably be my number 1.
Unless somebody takes it, and then your number 7 will be your number 1.
I doubt
I
anybody's gonna take my number 1.
I left it for 10.
Yeah, I had a feeling
you
Bob.
know.
I had
You
a
know
feeling
what
Bob and Mike would see it and go, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious what Andrew thinks my one of mine is from this year.
I don't actually know any of yours in here. You're gonna do the same thing you have all the time. It's like I'm gonna hear 4 games I've never heard of or played.
Possibly.
You said it like it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think all of mine are available too. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
mine
still
are.
available.
Look at that.
Ooh.
Mine are. Even my other ones that I can pull in. That one's not. That one's not.
Yeah, Mike Petrie. Yeah, that was a good year, man. We need to, Mike. We got to have you on the show, dude. I got to be in touch with him and figure that out.
All right. So let's jump into our number 5. Mike, you want to start? We'll go clockwise and make it a 42 sandwich.
First of all, don't ever say that together in the same sentence again.
I regret it immediately.
Yeah, don't do that.
Is there mayo on the
Me,
sandwich?
Mike, or the other Mike?
No,
you
to be a
Middle
sandwich, Googs has got to go first.
Googs
I'm
Mike.
not, I mean, okay, as long as I'm not in the middle, I guess.
Yeah.
Worse.
No.
You're the bread.
I'm in the middle.
Actually, it would be a BGR sandwich.
Dang it, Bob's behind me again.
It should be a BGR sandwich. You say what's in the middle of the bread. You
Typically, yeah.
don't call it a bread
Yeah.
sandwich.
It's all right.
Yeah,
Right,
the bread's
BGR
forgettable. It's the stuff that's inside the sandwich that counts.
Ooh,
Yeah.
fuses.
It's true. Yeah, all right. So I'll start. I mean, it. I don't know if this is the one that Andrew was talking about. But yeah, this is. I got to go with Above and Below out of the gate.
Oh, right on. Good pick.
Has to be. I mean, his world, what he's created, he's one of my favorites. He's a sweetheart of a human, but what he's done with the art and the development and the design and the story writing and all the stuff that he's done with everything in his universe. But it all started, I mean, there was 8 Minute Empire, which is being redone now as 6 Sojourns or whatever. But Above and Below was my first taste of it. And I love it better than what Now and Later.
Near and Far.
Near and
Near
far.
and far.
I think Above and Below was
I like
superb.
Now and Later.
I love the way they use the characters. I love the way they use the dice. I love the way the storytelling happened. It was just, it hit on so many levels for me when I played it. And I played it new. Like I was in on it. So like I wasn't playing it late to the game. I was playing it in the beginning. And I still adore that game. I would still play that at any point. So anything Ryan Lockett touches, I still say Rome is underrated. If you're familiar with his game.
Ooh, I got Rome. Yeah, Rome was good. I only played it once. I bought it at IndieCon last year, a Kickstarter edition for like $10.
It's so
on the
good.
flea market.
Tim and I just reviewed Creature Caravan.
I was just gonna say, what was the one we just played, Bob? That was good too.
Everyone he's done, everything he's touched, is just it's a win for me. And it started with Above and Below. So out of the gate, that's my number one, or the first one I'll talk about.
Sure.
Number 5.
The first one I'll talk about.
That's typically how it is.
All right.
The other Mike.
Okay.
Mr. Rice?
We're doing rankings. That's currently ranked 386 on BGG.
Oh, I don't have that.
Oh, do I need to have rankings? Shit.
No.
Was I supposed to show that, by the way? Hold on.
You can.
Yeah. Remember the whole thing about me phoning in? Hold on.
Phone's ringing.
Yeah. There we go.
Hey,
That was the number 5 right there.
Like even that cover, right? To start off what he was doing, that cover, you got the caverns underneath, and when you play the game and you get some of the narrative and some of the stories of those characters, like even that cover is fantastic. You start off super low, you have your character and a couple sidekicks, you can get some more, but the way that it worked, the way that you brought the character, you can choose which ones you're bringing on your expedition or whatever they called it then, and you go through the narratives and you go through the pages, like it all just worked so well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool. It was cool.
All right. I'm gonna put us over on the right here so
There
we
we
can
go.
see Tim from behind the flag.
Ooh,
All right.
sorry, everybody.
My number 5, it wasn't really a matter of if I was going to pick a Luciani game, it was which one, because there are 2 from this year.
Ooh.
And I chose the one that I've played the most, and that's the Voyages of Marco Polo. So this one, this was the first worker placement game I remember playing that had asymmetric player powers. And there's a bunch of them. There's like 8 of them just in the base box, and I've never even played the expansion. But just good old dice rolling. Dice are your workers that you're placing out onto the board, and you're either doing contract fulfillment or you are traveling along the road up there and trying to, fulfill other type of missions and stuff. I have one beef with this game, however, is that it's the Voyages of Marco Polo, but the traveling route in this game is much harder than fulfilling contracts. Even if you pick a asymmetric power that is better at that, it is really hard to win by just going the traveling route at the top of the board. By fulfilling the contracts at the bottom of the board, it is a much easier path to victory in the games that I have played. But it's still, I thought, way ahead of its time with it being a dice placement, worker placement game with asymmetric player powers. And I think they make the game feel dramatically different depending on the one that you choose when you play it.
That's fair. I'll agree.
I haven't played it.
This would have been one that I would have, in my early gaming days, would have definitely ignored because of the box cover. But now I'd be like, that game sounds cool as hell.
Right. It's like the Hansa Teutonica art.
Yeah. It's not quite Clemens Franz. It's a little better than that. But I would have been like, well, there's no guys with swords in this. What am I doing?
Yeah. Those dice are wooden. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
Dennis Lohausen even, so very well-known artist.
There's a letter opener. That's close to a sword.
Sure.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, it's a good one. That's a good pick.
I have not played it. Yeah. Cool. Bob.
So my number 5 was the game that got me into Hidden Movement.
Oh yeah, Bob. I'm gonna check this off right now.
Yes.
Emerson Matsuchi.
Yeah.
It's which one?
Spectre Ops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I played this with Tim's sister, and it was awesome.
You played Hidden Movement with Tim's sister?
Mm-hmm. No, it's fantastic because you're trying to infiltrate this base and you're trying to complete your objectives while the guys are the other team is like trying to guard the area, and then it's a good time.
Oh, this game's great.
I like that. Infiltrate a guarded area. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
With my sister.
Not one of my favorite genres, but this is still one of my favorites because the players have powers that they can use, and it's not just the person that's hiding that has all the powers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
Yep.
Yeah,
There's
Emerson
something-
Matsuuchi makes a good game.
Right.
Sure does.
I've never been a hidden movement fan, but
really?
sometimes I like to try them out and stuff. But the board here is what's kept me from this because it just looks like a motherboard with cool lighting or something like that.
Well, there's so much yellow on there. I see.
I mean, if you put a bunch of like little numbers like this all over a board, it makes it feel like is it all mathy and stuff?
Are you reading
Well,
like?
no, you just got to be able to track where you're at,
Yeah.
It's weird. Okay.
Tim, Chris doesn't have any hair to catch that joke. It went right over his head.
Heyo, it's cool.
Yeah, and like when you're playing the hidden movement, you have the like a mini board, and all the slots are numbered, and so you'll have your place, and you write down like, oh, I'm at K8, and you have like so many moves, so you count out on your map 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you write down, okay, I'm at J6 now, and then that way when they go around and they look, they're doing their line of sight stuff. You can tell them if they see you or not.
Now, Bob, can you please next time we play Spectrops actually announce where you are,
Yes,
like you just did?
Yep.
Make the game so much
I'm
easier.
totally at J6.
Yeah, he's a great. He came up for the first year at QSCon in 2019, and he's in Jersey. I think he's still in Jersey. He drove up. I think I've told this story before, but he drove up to the con from Jersey, stayed the day, did a panel, and left that day. Like he just came up to hang out for the day and meet people and play games.
That's
and,
nice.
Yeah, he's awesome to talk to. Like he's just great. That's
Yeah.
not him.
Yeah,
No,
this is
that
what,
was not Emerson Matsuuchi.
it was just in the imagery.
Yeah.
This is what the board looks like to me when I look at it.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, it's awesome.
that's what it looks like to Bob too. Ironically.
Ooh, somebody had that pimped out version right there. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good pick. Great pick.
All right, Tim.
Oh shoot, my turn. Okay, let's go with something really cool, something unique. First of all, love this dude's artwork. I love the dark theme of this game. And I will play this game anytime you want. It's got multi-use cards, and I'm talking about the Bloody Inn.
Yeah. Rank 792. I have that on my list.
Bloody Inn is good, dark fun. You've got to decide whether you want to kill those hotel guests, you want to let them get a room in your so let them board there so you can actually get paid. There's cops. Are you going to kill the cop? Are you going to bury the body? What are you going to do? Like all kinds of fun things you can do. Build on additions to your inn. Badass game. Really love it. Love the dark theme. This was one of the first board games I played with like a super dark theme, and I was like, "Ooh, board games can be like grim." Like I got excited for that possibility. But very cool game, and I absolutely adore that art style. I think it's great.
First time being exposed to the wonderful art of Weberson Santiago.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff, man. Really good stuff.
So far, have not played a single BGR recommended game. I haven't played this one yet.
Good. I'm sure some of the ones on my list you've played.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But anyways, Bloody Inn, super
that was
cool,
fun.
really dark.
Yep.
So
I can kill this guy, or I can have him pay me.
You put him in somebody else's room to get caught.
Yeah. You can line people up, and because the first player or whatever gets to line up and choose where they're going.
Man, this is
Very cool.
That's a good one.
And Nick, I know Clue starts with a murder. I guess that's fair, but you don't really think about it like that.
My copy is here somewhere. I can bring it if you want to play it, Chris.
Yeah, bring it. That I can at least join in the conversation for once. Because I think you guys had this on another list at one point when you were here. Because I remember it being brought up.
It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
2 of us in the group got a copy, so it's probably pretty possible.
It is possible.
All right, I gotta find that.
I'm like looking around for mine now. I think it's over there somewhere.
I spy.
it's out of print now. It's going to get reprinted though.
Same artwork?
I wish. I hope. That'd be great.
It'd be
Thanks.
disappointing if it didn't.
If it's not Weberson, I don't want it.
Weird. Cool. I have something very rare that hardly ever happens. In fact, I can't remember the last time it did happen. That my number 5 is Mike's number 5, above and below.
Oh,
We've had crossovers, but I don't know if we've ever had it at the exact same number.
Wow.
I mean, that's just coincidence because mine aren't necessarily numbered, but it's cool that happens.
Fair? Yeah. So I'll squeeze in my number 6.
See, now your number 6 is your number 5. It's weird.
Between Two Cities. No, it's my number 6. So Between Two Cities, this is actually the first game that I played from Stone Mayer Games, which is weird because normally, Viticulture or even Euphoria and all that other, or Scythe or whatever is usually your first one. But I grabbed this easy to play one after I got Viticulture, but I hadn't learned Viticulture yet. So, but yeah, so this one, has anybody played this one? This is a very easy one. You
Played it.
Yes.
play it in between each other. Yep.
I kind of left it off my list only because I like the sister to this a lot better.
Mad King one?
Between the castles. Yeah, Between Two Castles. Because I don't love Castles of Mad King Ludwig, but I love Between Two Castles. And I thought Between Two Cities was really good. And I think that the Between Two Castles took it up to another level for me. But great pick, great game. I did enjoy this game quite a bit. I just like the other version better.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair assessment. There are certain things I like about it better than this one, but I always fall back to this one because this one has the simplicity that I like for it. I've always felt like they added just a little bit. It feels like this game with expansion material.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And I always, whenever you play this, like it's a real fast, 20-minute game or something like that. And I just kind of want that level of play, But yeah, build cities in between you and the neighbors. And I don't think I ever win at this game, but I do enjoy it.
I love the way that you score your lowest city.
So yeah, it's like a Reiner Knizia score kind of thing, right? It's like whatever your lowest stuff is, that's your score, and so your lowest city. Yeah, you can't just put all your effort into one city.
I like that too.
Yeah,
right. Oh, I gotta say, I saw Kabuki in the comments with the Clue movie. If you guys haven't seen, you should see 100%. Oh, yeah. But Mr. Body in that is played by Li Ving, who was strangely miscast as because he was the lead singer of a LA-based punk band called Fear in the 70s. Yeah, right there. But here's the other thing. Here's one extra little tidbit. All of his lines were overdubbed by a different actor in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they couldn't understand him? Or?
I don't know if they just didn't like the way he sounded or whatever, but they went back and dubbed his lines.
I always did think he sounded weird, like
by a different actor. Yep.
I just thought, it's one of those people that sound weird, and that's why I don't ever see him as an actor in anything else again.
Yeah, but he was he's a punk. I was watching a documentary on punk rock called The Downfall of Western Civilization, and I was like, that guy looks really familiar because Fear was in it. And then I'm like, holy shit, that's Mr. Body. So
cool. Internet's being weird.
All right, then.
There you go.
Nice. All right. Mike Googs, what's your number 4?
I'm trying to find a picture. I know it's weird that I'm looking down at my phone right now, but I'm trying to find a picture because of that game.
Which one?
With Mika and with Luca. Obviously, Luca started it. I took, when you've seen it, I'm sure. You have babies and you take those month pictures. Like, this is the kid at 1 month and this is the kid at 2 months. I took Luca at 2 months and I used that as the game in the picture.
Between Two Cities?
Between Two Cities, yeah. So every month, the game that I used had the month in it. Like, so 1 month, I'd use just one. And for month 2, I used
Two Cities.
Yeah, so I did that for just one.
Hold on. People can't see it. That's small. Show it again.
It's really old.
Show it again. There you go. That's fun.
So
how many months did you keep that up?
For 12, and I filled out a whole
All the
frame.
way? Wow.
Yeah. For both of them. I did the same thing for Mika as well.
That's a lot better than that lady that shoves babies in flowers.
What?
There's a famous like artist person who like takes babies and puts them into like flowers.
Yeah.
And Gettys.
Yeah, like the sunflower, and I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the faces in
And
there?
Gettys.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that. I needed some context.
I did that, and I used between two cities for
Nice.
the second month. Yeah. All right. Is it on my? It's me.
It's on you.
Cool. So I'm actually going to bring up one that Andrew said he doubted people would bring up, and that is Super Motherload.
Oh, Andrew, I saw Andrew talk about that.
Yep. So Super Motherload is an early Roxley. It's a Matt Tillman game. It's had a couple iterations. I think it's been reprinted a couple times. But it kind of is under the radar. I don't see many people talking about it, but when you play it, you love it. So it's kind of got like a cult following feel to it. Like if you've ever played it, you'll know it. Yeah, I love it. It was an early game for me. I haven't played it in quite a while, but it was an early game for me. I need to relearn it. But the way that you're going through and undoing stuff with the tiles, it was a really fun. I remember it being a really fun game where it was really hard to find, and then I finally found a copy. But yeah, this one, if you played it, you love it, and if you haven't heard of it, you should play it. Yeah, I'd love to play it. I keep my copy around. Like it's not in storage. It's not. I might have a copy in the library, but I have a copy here just in case. But not many people. I don't bring it out often because it's not. I don't know. I don't know if anybody would really like go crazy to want to play it. But once you play it, you're like, yeah, that's a good one. And Matt's he's a great designer. It's a great game.
It's like Dig Dug the Deck Builder.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yep.
I remember when this was on Kickstarter. I looked at it really hard. Was this based on a video game or was it just
very strongly?
It's not. Like it's its own IP.
Okay.
Dig Dug.
Definitely has some of
it's fun though. It's unique. I don't really know anything that like quite does what this one does, kind of digging further and mining for stuff.
Yep.
As a deck builder.
Yeah. It's a good one.
It's got a similar vibe to a game that I bought and haven't played yet, but I'm dying to, called So You've Been Eaten. And you're like miners that have been eaten by a space critter and you're trying to get stuff from it as you pass through its digestive tract.
That's the first game I saw that can play 0 players.
Mm.
It says on the box 0 player.
Mm.
So You've Been Eaten, not this one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I mean, this one's 10 years old, right? We're talking 2015 now. But I think it still holds up. I think it's still one, if you can find it, grab it. I think it definitely flew under the radar. I don't know why. I don't know if it had not a lot of marketing behind it or if it was too early for people to really know what Roxley did, but this one was a hit.
I mean, it goes without saying all of these are going to be 10 years old, but yeah.
Well, also true.
Well, some 10-year-old games might not last, right? They don't
hold up
anymore.
Oh, sure.
And even though this one's a decade old, I think this one's.
If you made it on my list, the whole list, you've held up to this point, I think.
Oh, and Eric is dropping some knowledge bombs on So You've Been Eaten. That's I feel really bad for that designer, but that's really good of them.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Cool.
Yep. So Super Motherload, my number 4.
Sweet.
Also, probably somebody with Crohn's disease might feel like they're dropping a Super Motherload. Sorry.
Super Motherload. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
That works.
All right. So what's your number 4, Mike Rice?
All right. I really fought putting this on my list, but as one of my most played games all time. I think it would be a shame to my history of gaming where I was at in 2015 if I did not mention One Night Ultimate Werewolf Daybreak. So this was the first standalone expansion for One Night Ultimate Werewolf. And my very first game group, we would play this for an hour before we'd play anything else. So I've got hundreds of plays of this game. And yeah, I know they take 10 minutes, but that's how long it takes to play it. So what? But I won't play. I haven't played this in a while, but if somebody asked me to play this, let's go. Like, I still find this game a ton of fun to actually get to the table and play. And there are just roles in this that I will not play without. We got
weird mic here.
It's Tim's.
What'd I do?
Get better head jack.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, we need a better lightning adapter. We get this was the expansion that allows you to play without villagers, and it sucks if you play this and you don't have a role. Well, with this, you've got extra roles so that people don't have to do nothing during the night phase. Yeah, it's a bunch of shouting and bluffing and lying, and that's fine. I love that in board games, and this is the reason why. I played this with an awesome group hundreds of times, and without this game, I would never have gotten into other social deduction games that I'd now rather play more. So I fought it, but I said, nope, this is my most played game of all time. It deserves its spot.
It's great.
Moving on.
I think this is my number one version of Werewolf. I just like the artwork.
Yeah, the artwork's cool.
Pretty cool. Still don't think I'd play.
I play music. The other thing I do, Eric, is I keep a baggie in my hand and I just riffle it between my hands the whole time. So you can't hear anything on the table while somebody is doing that.
Oh yeah, we always did everybody do.
Yeah,
this.
you knock on the table or
Yeah.
one of those things. Yeah.
Yeah, always making noise. No metagaming. That ruins the game. So.
Yeah.
Well, then you're totally cheating the spirit of the game, right? Like that's dumb.
Yeah.
I
Ruins
agree.
the game. And yeah, chair scooting, all that. You need enough extra noise to avoid all
This
that.
game holds the record for the fastest game I've ever played because we all got our stuff and we go, okay, start. And I turned to a friend and said, "Are you the werewolf?" And he just went, "Yeah." And that was it. We just had this quit right there. And I was like, "You couldn't lie?" And he was like, "You just caught me." He just couldn't. He wasn't ready for it. But I just instantly went for him.
Nice.
Kabuki, yes, I always play with the app too. It's decent background music you can play as well. Yeah. But man, I can still hear his voice in my head.
God, I love Eric Summerer. He has a great voice.
Yeah.
He did the voice for Asking for Trouble's trailer in 2015.
Oh. Cool. Fun fact.
Not a popular one amongst this bunch, but so be it.
I've only ever played regular One Night, and I was not impressed because I like other versions of it better. Like Miller's Hollow, which was closer to what we used to play back in the day before I was even into board games, which was just Mafia, which we just used to, deck of cards, playing cards.
Right.
But anyways, Bobby.
Yeah.
What you got?
My number 4. So this game has a ton of, I guess they're standalone expansions, but they're not. They're different versions. And it definitely peaked with Black Plague because Zombicide, Black Plague.
I got it written down, Bob.
2015. I kickstarted it, so I got all the Monty Python, the Kniggets to go about and fight off zombies. So yeah, this was definitely the version to get.
I'm pretty sure this one still holds up too. Like when you talk about, or we were just at Leprechaun and someone mentioned Zombicide stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the consensus is Black Plague is the best one of the bunch.
Yeah, you got the Murder of Crows. It's awesome.
This is the version. This is the version. 100%.
And I mean, like the Kickstarter copy came with not only did it come with all of the the Kniggets. It also has
Ash,
right? Yeah, Ash from yep, and it also
Army of
has
Darkness.
Dave, huh?
No, just keep going.
Oh, it's got is it David Bowie from Labyrinth, and then
Yeah,
it's got,
the Goblin King. Yep.
Yep, it has Braveheart in it. It's got
William
so
Wallace.
many awesome
Yep.
characters. Yeah, that came along in that special box on the outside. But yeah, it's the best version.
This was before I got sick of
Yeah, there you go.
Simon, but incredible, super fun. Yeah, they
Yeah, I
did a
think
really good job.
this is the first time they fixed the rule.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they
Yeah,
fixed that garbage rule.
and all of a sudden they came out with this version. Oh, look, they're playing it the way we said it should be played.
Yeah.
Validated you.
Yep.
Yes.
I've never played a zombie side before, but this is the one that almost got me.
Dude, this is the one. I would
It's the
just
one
say
to
if
play.
you've got an opportunity, if you're like at a convention or something and somebody breaks it out, sit down and play this one. This one's super fun. It's really good.
I'll
They did a
be
great
honest,
job
the
with it.
thing that got, in fact, I think I backed it and then backed out of it. The thing that did it was these kind of characters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The
sure.
spoofy characters. I was just like, oh, if you're going to throw all that in there, I don't want that. And I just
I mean, you don't need them, but I think they're funny. My buddy Pete painted them, and then one time for my birthday, I wanted to play this game, and we all took one of the nights, and we played through a whole session of it. So it was great.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's hypocritical of me since I do all kinds of spoofy stuff in my stuff too. So
Right. Hey, listen,
No.
Chris, as a hipster, I'm totally fine with being an absolute hypocrite. You love what you love, and then you hate other things
That are
for
the same
no good
thing.
reason. Yeah, for that are the same thing, basically. I get it. Awesome pick, Bob.
Yeah.
I wrote this down. I thought you might have it,
Mhm.
but this is the way. That's a great one. That is a great one.
Cool. All right, Tim, beat that.
Okay, no, I'm not going to beat it, but I'm going to stay on theme because Bob was talking about Monty Python, and I'm going to go with one of the greatest lines from Monty Python in the Quest for the Holy Grail. And I'm going to say, "Bring out your dead." This game from 2015, Upper Deck, Bring Out Your Dead. The plague is hit, and you are all playing as different grave diggers, and you're trying to fill the graves, and you might be dumping some in the river. You might be. But you've got these little coffins that you're placing in the grave spots. Yeah, this game is way more fun than it should be. I guess I'm a really disturbed individual because I have two really darkly themed games in a row. I found this game way after 2015, probably a year
like
or two.
Ollie's for like $5 or $7.
No, I told you to get yours at Ollie's for.
Oh, okay, that's where I got mine because you told me about it. Yeah, and I was like, heck yeah.
No, I bought mine at like a Barnes & Noble like a year or two later, the same time I bought my Battlestar Galactica for $20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I picked this up for like, I think I spent $5 on it. It was like a red dot sale at a Barnes & Noble. And, but anyways, this game is actually really fun. It's not perfect. There's some flaws in there now, like, I think that like one more time through through a revision, one more time through the grinder, could really tighten this game up. But I mean, the art's good, the theme is fun, and I don't know, I enjoy it. It's a goofy, light game.
Kind of like area control, and it's like, no, I don't get your bodies out of here, toss them in the river. I'm putting my bodies here.
yeah, exactly. And it's kind of fun, right? It's goofy and it's funny. But yeah, Bring Out Your Dead. It was really great when Bob started talking about Black Plague and Python, because then I was like, well, I know what my 4 is. So
sweet,
very nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna break the theme because there's no dead or evil.
I've never played that one. I got to bring that one out.
Yeah, Bring Out Your Dead, man. It's good.
Right there.
Write it on the list.
Got it right over there.
Okay, so my number 4 is Seven Wonders Duels, and it is really strange to me that it's this old.
Yeah, that's 10 years.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I know, it's insane, and I play it on my phone all the time. I switch between that and the original too. So, but it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. So I had to put it on here. I remember whenever the whenever it came out, I was so happy because you know how much I hate Ghost. Yeah, no, Time Warp. Let's do that again. No. I was trying to find the pyramid thing, but it's everybody's dressed up like Romans. Okay, so basically, I hate the robots or whatever you want to call it, the ghost player in the original one when you want to play 2-player.
Oh,
so
sure.
it was awesome that they made this. But not only did they make it, but they made it different enough to where it feels like a different game.
Its own game, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they simplified things while making them still fascinating and interesting choices. You know, do I take this one knowing that it's going to reveal cards for my opponent and stuff like that? Yeah, it's I guess still my favorite 2-player right now. So
I think that's my favorite version of Seven Wonders is Duel, to be honest, or to play the app like by myself. But
I think I prefer the original, or actually the new revamped original. Although I might prefer Architects at this point.
I
Really,
played
I
that
like
one.
Duel. It's hard.
I've heard Architects is really good.
Architects is mine.
Oh.
That beat Seven Wonders for me.
Architects took Seven Wonders and simplified it again, but made it to where you can teach Architects in like 60 seconds and it'd be off and running.
Yep.
And you could set up in like another 60 seconds. So you're just ready to go. Like it's
That's a
that
good job of
good,
going.
yeah. But yeah, Seven Wonders Duel, it had to be on here. I figured that'd be a crossover or something. So.
I can't believe that's a decade old already. It feels like it came out before.
Oh my god. These games, they're not that old. Yeah, being 10 years old is really upsetting.
I can't believe anybody would champion that 2-player version of Seven Wonders.
Yeah, you don't like Ghost players.
I hate playing some Ghost thing. I feel like you're making me do homework. Some people like it. I mean, especially like solo players when there's a lot of games that have that kind of thing and they enjoy it. That's
I don't
fine.
mind playing two-handed. I don't know that I love Ghost players all the time. So I kind of get that.
And there's weaker versions of it, like Teotihuacan. Oh, I said it. I said it right.
Ooh.
That's the first time in my life I've ever said that right.
Look at you.
Because you didn't think about it. You just shot in the gut.
That game has one for 2 players, but it's not really you don't have to do a whole turn. You just put dice in the way and then you go about your business, right?
Sure.
You don't have to take their turn. Anytime you have to take the turn of a Ghost player, that's what I don't like. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Duels was a great game on its own, even if the original one didn't have that Ghost player issue. I think it was an awesome game. I did not. I got the first Pantheon, I think it was called, the first expansion.
Yep.
Realized didn't need it and didn't play with it again afterwards because it's just as good by itself. So.
Fair.
Yep. That's my number 4. So, Mike, what's your number 3?
Yeah. So this is actually the lowest ranked one of the ones that I have written down to mention, at 1639. But I still adore this game. It's got 2 expansions. To Chris's point on Seven Wonders Duel, you don't necessarily need them. I think the base game is perfectly fine, but the expansions add more if you want to play more. It doesn't really add like Scoundrels and Skullport to Waterdeep, where it adds that
extra. Yeah. So much love. Yeah,
it adds more stuff. But Dice City has been a favorite of mine since the first time I played it.
Really?
I've never played it.
I never did play this.
I don't think I have.
So if you
Put
can
it
find
on my to sell shelf.
have you played it?
AKA, fuck you, Mike.
And you don't like it?
No, I think it's all right. I just think some things have done, but I don't want to talk down your thing. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm curious.
Trash it. I want to hear it.
Oh, I don't even have anything to trash about it. I just think there's some other games that I always pick above it. So it's
do the same
That's
thing
fair.
with the dice correlation, because I don't know any other game. I mean, they redid
not
this.
exactly. No, it's a unique game for sure. It was interesting. I played it many times before it ended up on that shelf. So sorry, I did not mean to like push down your thing. Put on its neck before you even got it up there. So go ahead, talk about how awesome.
I love knowing more reasons why you're always wrong. They redid this one as Master's Trials, which I guess thematically felt a little bit better, but it comes a couple years down the road. But ultimately, you have 5 colored dice. If you can zoom out from that, maybe, so you can see the whole board. Or maybe find another picture of the board that has the top and the bottom. I don't know. So at the end of your turn, you're going to roll your dice and you're going to put them into the row and column that matches. So that yellow 4 is in the yellow row in the 4 column. And then the red 2 is in the red row with the 2 column, right? It's super simple. But then the spots that they're going have an ability. They're either giving you points or giving you resources, or giving you some ability, right? Some of them will let you move dice. Some of them will let you re-roll dice. But you do it at the end of your turn. So then everyone else before you they know what you're going to do. So they can waste their turn and attack you and kind of knock things out for a round, or just fuck about on their own thing. Then when it becomes your turn, those are the things you get to trigger. So whatever the yellow 4 is, and I can't read it from here, but whatever the yellow 4 is, or whatever that white 5 is, they're giving you resources, right? So you got your stone, your black, white, and cheese, whatever I think the cheese, the white was supposed to be cement, look like cheese. The black is supposed to be ore, and I think there's wood. There's 3 resources in the game. So your dice might get you some resources, or they might get you points, but you know what you're getting. And then you gather up all your resources. You're only allowed to keep 1 of each from round to round, so you can't fucking stockpile shit. And then you spend your resources to get new stuff. And what you do is you take the new stuff and put them down in that grid. So if you look in the upper left of that board there, in the 2 slot and the 3 slot, there are cards in that space. So your board is preset with stuff. And then as you grow your resources and buy new stuff, you're putting them down in those spots to try and get them to trigger. And they'll only trigger if the die is on it. You're also trying to get maybe cards in a row to funnel your dice if landed on, if you roll a red 2, but you really need it to be a red 4, then you get your cards to manipulate the die to get to what you want, because when it triggers, you got a big round. I love the way this game works, and I haven't, other than Master's Trials, which is really just a reiteration of this game, I haven't found a game that works as easily and as cleanly as the way this game works. And anytime you play it, if you ever roll a red 5 and you don't say standing by, I'm going to kick you off the table. But yeah, this game you could find. I mean, it's probably out of print, but it's not a hard game to find.
I feel like this is pretty available.
I know where you can find one. No,
you can get one from him.
I remember why it's the attack thing, just subjectively not a thing that I enjoy in these kind of games.
But, and when I play my game, and most of the times that I play it, you're wasting your turn if you do attack somebody, but ultimately there'll be a moment where you have to knock somebody's thing out. And all it does, it doesn't destroy anything. It just knocks it out for a round, and you have to spend X to refresh it, basically. And a lot of the cards do that. When you use a card, you put a out of commission token on it, and you can't use it again until you waste a die to remove whatever the circle with the line through it is. But ultimately, it just wastes one of your turns. It wastes one of your things that you're doing, and you're very limited every round. Like, you want to get your resources, you want to get your things to trigger, you want to get your points. And if you waste a turn to attack somebody to knock their card out for a turn because you know what they're going to do, it really just comes down to a wasted turn. And typically, like, I downplay it from the beginning. It's a thing you can do. It's really
play
not
your
worth
own
it.
game instead of worrying about somebody else's doing.
Yeah. But then it becomes more of a multiplayer solitaire where you're only working on your board and you're not really focused with anybody else. So there is a little bit of a thing that you should pay attention to what people are doing, because you don't want them to win. So you might have to take a turn and
run away with it. Yeah.
Right. But like going for the pirates or going for the barbarians that are coming in. It's like, there's so many ways to victory in this one that can get you victory points. I love it. I think it's clean, it's sleek, and I'd play it anytime it comes up. Like, I'm bringing it with me next week to play it. I love this game.
Okay.
How does it compare to like Machikoro? I know Machikoro gets hate. I like Machikoro, but
Machikoro is good if you play by the revised rules. If you play it by the original rules, it's fucking useless, because every card is available all the times, and you just get your path to victory, you get your cafes, and you get all your points. If you play it with the random 10 cards out and then you shuffle the deck and bring them out, That's a different story.
That's what I like to do.
I've never seen that revised rule.
I've only ever played with the shuffle the cards and you put them out, and that's what you play with.
Yeah.
Playing the other way seems dumb as hell. Sorry.
What?
Well, I've just never even heard of the other way.
Oh, yeah, it's too easy. If everything's out from the beginning, there is a path to victory. If you get the cafe and you get the thing that's going to get people to pay you, you win. Like, undoubtedly, you will win every time.
Right.
And then it became more of a house rule, like what Bob was saying about Black Plague and how they changed it to make, like, we were playing it a certain way. Now Black Plague fixed it. What people were doing was just shuffling it because it wasn't fair to just, if you rolled the right dice and got the right things, you won. Where now you shuffle everything and you put out 10 cards, but then you don't know what's coming out. So you can't really wait around for the cards. It works way better. And I do like Machikoro, but I think I prefer this one. Like, you're building a little town and it's cutesy and okay. I like this one. I think this one's a better dice. You're rolling 2 dice, or maybe you're rolling 2 dice if you have the ability to. This one, you're rolling your 5. You're trying to figure out the puzzle. How am I going to get my stuff? Or how can I get, based on what I'm getting, if I'm getting a rock and 2 wood, well, what can I get that I can put into my village this turn that'll up my chances of getting something better next turn or more resources? It's a more interesting puzzle in this one. Kind of like Sagrada, where with the 5-6 player expansion and that wheel, 10 of your dice that have to go into your 20 dice at the end. You know the puzzle. Well, here's your puzzle. How am I going to make it work?
Yeah.
And I think this is it's just better. I would prefer this over Machikoro anytime.
No, it's fair. It was just the first dice kind of game that's similar that came to mind, and that's why I asked. Yep. So
it does feel like it's in that same family, though, sort of like Villages of Valeria, or what's the other one? Arcana? What? Or starts with the R. Which one? It's a
Arcana doesn't start with an R.
No.
Res Arcana.
Res Arcana.
That does start with an R. Good job.
And it has Arcana.
Arcana.
Yeah, R. It's got an R in it.
R. It's Pirate Day.
Pirate's magic.
It does feel like it's in that family.
Yeah. It is, because you're rolling dice and you're triggering them. But the way that the way that the grid is set up for you, how your dice are in specific columns rather than in Machikoro, you're rolling a die and you're doing a thing with that number. This one is like, it's strategic, and the game will end. Like, if somebody covers up all the spots, the game will end. Like, there's also triggers to it, just like Machikoro has the first to build the 4 things. But this one, I think there's more of a puzzle, but there's way more liberty in how you get to what you need to do.
I like the flexibility.
You get the 4 things, and that's how you win. Yeah. And you get to roll more dice and figure out, all right, my red 2, I need to get it over to the 4 to get points. What can I do to do it? Use a die, move a die. Like, there's more to this one.
For sure.
Not heavy. There's not.
I would check.
But
I would check this out 100% though, because like a Machikoro was a game that was so light, I could get it to the table easily, especially back then. 2015 era, where I'm trying to get my wife to play games and in-laws to play games, and they hadn't played a lot of heavy stuff. It's like, oh, you just pay attention, because maybe if you have the right building, that die is going to give you something, even though somebody else is rolling it.
It's like space base, right? Like the next step from Machikoro, space base, where you're paying attention on other people's turns because you're going to get something.
God, I don't like space base though, for some reason.
Right, space base is a chore. It's a long game. It kind of overstays.
That's my problem with space base, is it overstays a bit. And now Machikoro, though, you're right, though, you can get blown out, and it's not fun for everybody else. It's got its issues. But no, cool. I will definitely look at Dice City, because I heard there's a cheap copy available.
Yeah. You just got to fly to Texas to get it.
Yeah, because I heard that bastard doesn't ship anything.
No, not a thing.
But there's a whole closet full of things to look at.
Yeah, and this one has 2 small box expansions. One's something about gold. It adds gold as a resource, and then there's another one. I forget what it's called, but they're smaller expansions, and they add a little bit more to it, so you feel like it feels fresh after a while. But the base game of this one, it's easy to play, it's easy to teach, and it's hit every time.
All right, Mr. Mike Rice City. No, go ahead.
Nice. All right. I got a dice chucker here. Mine is a Roxley game. This is Steampunk Rally.
Oh, nice. Another Roxley hits.
This one checks a lot of boxes for me. I'm always trying to find games that will support higher player counts that are strategic and don't have to be party games or social deduction games. Even though I like those, not everybody does. And this one plays 8, and it barely adds any time to the play. There's like 0 downtime in this game. So basically, you are an inventor and you are mashing parts together into this contraption and trying to race it across the finish line. So this is a racing game. And so you start with a draft where you're going to pick the parts that you're going to add to your machine. And then once everybody's grabbed their cards, you're going to roll dice and you are going to put them on the cards to activate your contraptions. They're going to move you, or they are going to repair you in the event that you take damage, because there are shortcuts on the track that you can take. And repairing your ship is one of the few ways you can stay alive. Other things will give you gears, which you can use for reroll tokens. And it's just really fun. I've just loved this game for a long time. And again, it plays 8. It does it a little bit over an hour, and it's just good dice chucking engine building. It's an engine building game where you're building an engine. So I've always been a big fan of this.
My dad loved this game. He's an engineer. He thought it was super cool. I think that it does the steampunk theme a lot of justice. You're putting the steam, as in dice, into your contraption to power it, but then you have to vent that steam off by ticking those dice down and pulling them off of there. And then just the whole idea of you're racing down this hill, and as you're taking damage and the bits are flying off, and as long as your cockpit kind of makes it across that finish line, it counts. And it's a good pick, Mike. It almost made my list.
I've got like really mixed feelings about this game because I played it one time with Bob when he got his Kickstarter in. We had a game day at my house back in the day, Bobby. You remember this?
Yeah, it was like a Wednesday.
Yeah, it might have been. But we played this, and we played at a very high player count.
We did.
And it was a learning game, and it took forever.
It was about 2 hours.
And I was like, I don't like this game. And I haven't played it since. Since then, I have bought it. I still have a copy in shrink that I haven't even opened up yet. But I bought it because I remember really liking the concept and the dice, and I want to try it again. And I bought it like super cheap. So it wasn't like I spent like a ton of money on it. I'm not Mike. I'm not worried about, dropping a couple bucks on a game that I might enjoy or not enjoy. And not Googs. I'm talking about Rice. But yeah, I would love to try this again.
It's been a while.
Especially now that like I'm way in a different space in the hobby than I was in 2015.
A big kid now. Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. I've evolved as a gamer.
Yeah.
To answer your question, I back the Fusion expansion, and I still haven't tried it, unfortunately. Need to make that happen. And I haven't played this in a long time either. But I kind of like where you can go with a really risky strategy of taking all the shortcuts and just going as far and fast as you can. But you're going to take damage. You're going to lose cards off of your contraption, and you got to repair them. Or you can go the safe route where you've got this like perfectly fine-tuned machine, and you're taking the safe route, the longer route, and not taking damage, but you keep able to run this engine over and over. I love the 2 different modes of play in this.
I've never played it, but it looks really fun. Tim, if you want to do a swapsies with Dice City.
Oh, shoot. That's tough because I want to play it.
Yeah, if you have a Kickstarter version, it's probably more expensive than that.
I don't think I do. I think I've just got like a regular Roxley, nice, whatever. It's still in shrink. I haven't even opened it yet.
And Bob and Mike both have a copy. So
that's true. That's true.
I used to work at a gear shop, so all my gears for the game, I upgraded into little tiny brass gears.
Nice.
Yeah. Bob does have nice components for his.
I just bought gears off Amazon, and then the Fusion expansion came with gears. I'm like, damn it. Yeah, what a great idea.
It's
Eric's
funny.
Point, though, I think if you play any drafting game with somebody that has AP and they have that like stack of cards where you're just waiting, they're holding up the whole line
Oh,
of drafting.
Shoot me in the
Can't stand
face.
Yeah.
Shoot me in the face. Yeah, no. That's man, that's really tempting, Chris. That's really tempting. Because it's not like I'm like really, deep in the money on that game, so it's not really anything to trade it off. Anyways, super tempting.
Yeah.
Super
Good pick.
tempting.
Yeah, Brandon.
So yeah, that's going to take me to my number 3.
Who?
My number 3 is an Eric Lang game. It's one of my favorite
Checking it off.
games.
Checking
It's
it
an
off.
app. XCOM, the board game, is fantastic. We literally just talked about this game not that long ago, but I don't care. I think it's underrated and not talked about enough. And I played the crap out of the computer game. Oh, did you try to put an E in it? That's fine. Yeah, it's a ton of fun. You got to have somebody that knows what they're doing to run the app and stuff. But then you have that real-time bit where everybody, you're calling things out. The science guy's doing his sciencing thing. You got the military base guy like defending against the incoming aliens. And you're trying to keep all the countries happy to keep your funding coming in. And yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that Lang had 2 bangers come out in the same year. But yeah, XCOM is very underrated. I'm really sorry that I sold my copy that I had, but it was like it was one of those things where I put it up for sale where it was way more than I paid for it, and somebody actually wanted it still.
Like, oh, okay.
Like, I guess I'm gonna sell it because I kind of priced it where it was like I can't refuse it if somebody wants it. And so that's what I did.
Yeah.
Now I still sort of have some remorse, but yeah, great pick.
Yeah, XCOM over Blood Rage. I mean, I enjoy Blood Rage, but
well, there's still like 2 more spots available for Blood Rage if you wanted it there.
It's coming out, I'm sure.
Speaking of still in wrap, I have this game and I've never opened it.
Wow.
2015.
Maybe I need to trade you Steampunk Rally for your XCOM, so I get XCOM.
It came at a time whenever like apps and games were kind of like, I don't know, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Is it still supported? Does the app still work?
Yep.
Oh shit. Huh.
Played it last year.
It's good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my God, so many good picks. Okay, so I'm gonna go with and I'll lose some people here, and that's fine because they're not sports ball fans.
Oh.
No, you don't know what it is. But this is an Eagle Griffin Games game.
Yeah, highlights?
Baseball highlights, baby. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really good representation of baseball. Surprisingly good representation of baseball. I love the way that this game works. It has an amazing app, which is super fun to play as well. And I think free. But yeah, baseball highlights. You have got like, cyborgs and robots and humans as you're building your team, and you're going to do like this really fun, like free agency where you can spend to add these players to your deck, and then hopefully they come up to bat. And then the card that you play to bat with is also going to be like, I'm trying to remember, but I feel like you are also then kind of defending with that card. They do a really good job with the way that you have to play the cards and the timing in which you play the cards. And then there's fun baseball references all throughout. So if you are a fan of baseball, you're going to recognize the names, like, cause they combine names, right? Like kind of switch them around. Mm-hmm. But anyways, this is probably one of the better representations of a baseball game in board game form that I can think of. I would love to have the deluxe edition of this. I only have the basic bitch edition, the regular version. But yeah, man, baseball highlights, super fun, especially if you're a baseball fan. And another thing that was really funny for a very long time was it Phil Melman, who on Facebook, like constantly, he was like a multi champion winner of baseball highlights.
Yep.
Like in the tournaments, and then he would go around and take pictures with other people that were very impressed with his trophy and his victory. And that was a delight for many, many years. And I believe he yielded the trophy or lost to Berkey from Game Toppers.
Yeah.
And Berkey has not carried on the tradition like Phil did. But yeah, it was kind of a fun internet thing amongst the board gaming community for a while as well. And 100% loved this game and really enjoyed watching Phil's Facebook posts every time he went to a convention and took pictures with people.
Yeah, everyone looked so miserable that he was them. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Everybody was in on the joke. It was really good. And it was really fun to watch him do that. It was a great thing. Oh, Evan took out Berkey?
It's a bold accusation.
Evan.
You got to remember something like that.
Well, here's the thing then, Evan. Why aren't you taking pictures? Because you're somebody that's totally good at that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It could have been before Berkey won.
Before Berkey was champion.
Could have been.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Berkey beat him. But I think Phil was also like saying that he was going to retire the trophy at the time. Like he was going to stop doing it.
Oh,
I see. Because then Philip beat you. Yeah. So I've never met. I know I've met Berkey. I've talked to Berkey a few times. But like I've never met Phil. But if I ever did, I would totally geek out over him and want to be in one of those pictures, looking very bored about him bragging about his victory. But anyways, it was a super fun thing that he did for many years. And this was a great game and a really good implementation of baseball if you like baseball. So 2015, the Cubs were really good. They lost. Mike Rice, who did we lose to in the playoffs that year? We beat the Pirates in a one-game playoff.
The Mets.
And then we lost to the Mets. And then the next year, we beat the Giants, who had won in every even year. Like up until then, they had won the World Series. We beat the Giants. Then we beat the Dodgers to go to the World Series. And then we beat the then Cleveland Indians in 7 games. Because we won the first one, lost like 3 in a row, then won the last 3. So it's crazy.
It's a good one.
Yep. Sorry for the baseball history there too, but you're welcome.
Sorry, what? I spaced out there for a second.
Yeah, you lost them.
I knew Rice would be in.
I won't be the Debbie Downer. Love baseball. Played for many years, and this just didn't do what I wanted it to do.
That's fine. I loved it. I loved it. But anyways, please continue. It's just weird to me that it came out in 2015, right when the Cubs are on the cusp.
Yeah.
We were on the cusp.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I don't want to dissuade people from talking about things they love, though. You know,
it's all good, Chris. You are a great sport.
Show's about talking about things.
Great sport.
All right, so hard turn left from baseball.
Let's go.
Anything I had would be right. My number, what are we on? 3? Yeah, my number 3 is Elysium.
Oh,
I need to play this.
One.
And this is, I got this. I probably wouldn't have gotten this normally, except I think it's Space Cowboys, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and at the time, I was anything Space Cowboys makes, I'm going to get.
Yeah.
So I got it, not even knowing what it was. And I'm very happy I did because we still play it today. It's one of my favorites. It's good at 2, really interesting at 3, and not great at 4 because it's that kind of thing where you're doing this getting cards one at a time kind of thing. And so by the time it gets around to you, all your plans are gone in a 4-player game. But it's really good at 2. It's one of my favorite. When people say, you know, what's a great game at 2-player, this is one of my go-tos. You get these 4 pillars, the red, the green, and the blue, and the cards in the middle are the ones that you're drafting. And it has you might be able to see that card over there, but it has in the corner one of the colors. And as long as you have that color here, you can take that card. But then you have to get rid of a pillar. So there might be 3 cards out there with red. So you're getting rid of green and then a blue one and a yellow one to get those 3, you know. But you're taking those cards and they're doing stuff for you up here at the top, as long as they're there, that you're doing those actions. But at some point during the game, you're going to move them down to lose the actions that they give you, but do it for scoring. And it's that decision of when do I turn off the cool special abilities they're giving me to make it part of the points at the bottom here, kind of thing. That's a big deal. I really like. So it's also cool because you play with you play with a certain amount of decks depending on player count, and each deck is from a different god of Greek culture. So, and they all play differently. Like Apollo has a whole seeing the future. You can see the cards coming the next round because of the oracle and stuff like that. It's all very thematic. Poseidon, or not Poseidon, Ares does stuff where you can mess with each other. And if you don't want to have the let's not mess with each other thing, you just don't play with the Ares deck, you know. So it's you can customize every game. So it's really good.
Space Cowboys really had a moment for a while, because I think it was 2014 Splendor, or it was 2016. It was like one or the other. Splendor, they did Splendor. I mean, they've had some great games. I remember this also came out at the time where I was a total meatball about some of the board games I was playing. And I remember being at an open game night at the game store, which now we film our show in, and people were playing Elysium, and I go, meh. And I think I played maybe Tricarion or something else instead, you know, because somebody else had like a new fancy edition of something. And I was like, well, that looks very meh. And I've never played Elysium, and I've only ever heard good things about it.
This game would have benefited from a better table presence, I think, because it's cards everywhere, right?
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
just look at this, right? And, you know, it's cards in the middle, it's cards in front of you, and then that's all. So you don't know what you're looking at when you walk by it. You're just like, a bunch of cards everywhere, and you move on. If there was a board that held it, and you know, stuff like that, that might be a little bit better. But as far as gameplay goes, it's real easy to teach, and you just move into it, and it's great.
I had bought this game when it came out because I was a big fan of, like, you know, the Greeks and whatnot. Then it sat on my shelf of shame for about 2 years. Finally busted out and played. I was like, this is really good. And yeah,
I hate what kind of gamer I was back in 2015. That's what this list is telling me. I'm so much of a more well-rounded,
open-minded.
Yeah, because it's got a better appreciation for stuff than I did 10 years ago.
Evan, is this an Amadeus paraphrased quote? That's so.
Too many cards on the tableau. Too many cards.
Oh no, that's
okay. Okay, that's what.
Too many cards on the tableau is a if you do it the way Bob did it, that's a Flight of the Conchords reference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cards to the left of them, cards to the right of them is a Stuck in the Middle with You. That's a Steelers Wheel reference.
You should have said that like Stephen Wright if you wanted to do the resume.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh my God, Chris. Yes, Steelers Wheel. Thank you, Chris, so much. Andrew, yes, you're right. Most of the audience would hate the gamer. I am now? Oh my God.
Wow.
I don't care. I still love you, Andrew, and you're one of my favorite people in the world.
That's funny. So Elysium. That's my number 3, and it was almost number 2.
Yeah, doesn't get enough love.
But I got to give Evan credit because he he got the Concords reference.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He didn't just get it; he put it out there.
Oh, he did. He did.
Right. You got it. So you're giving yourself credit is what's happening.
I feel like he's giving me credit without giving me credit.
Wow.
And this
I didn't
was
know
the
I could do
last
that.
time. This was the last time the full 42 asked us to be on their show.
I'm
I didn't know I could do that. To give myself credit.
I'm sending Chris a text right now off screen.
Oh, I can boot him right now. I mean,
It just says it's 3 words. It's abort, abort, abort.
all right. Number 2.
All right. I usually don't do this, but I think there's enough different in the game that it warrants it. Usually remakes stay off my list because there's a game that came out before it that did the same thing and whatever. But this one I have to mention because it did a lot more than its predecessor, which is based on, called Cloud 9. This one is just, again, every time. I think Chris played this for the first time last year. Every time I bring Celestia out, everyone loves it. The game's fantastic. It's a push your luck. Immediately you're bluffing. You don't believe the person. It's got that element right out of the gate. But the idea is you're everyone's taking a turn piloting the blimp or the airship, and then you're trying to get as far up to the next destination as possible because you're trying to get the most points. Somebody was just playing it on Friday's game day, and they played with all the things face up, which was weird. And I don't know if that was me misreading the rules or them misreading the rules, but it's always, I always thought it was a secret. But you're the captain, you roll the dice, and you're going to try and pilot the ship to the next location. And the dice will come up either clean or will give you a something that you're going to have to face. And in your hand of cards are the things that'll help you get through it. So the pirates, the toucans, the birds, the fog, whatever it is. And then you roll the dice, and then everyone else who's not the pilot has to decide to get off the ship because they don't think that you can overcome the hazards, or they're going to ride it out and go with you because they've entrusted you with the ship. So like, if we believe you, you can do it. And then you're like, yeah, no, I can't do it. And you crash and everyone goes back to the beginning and getting a point. Then when you get to the next location, a new pilot comes up and they got to do the thing. And you get 1 new card every round. And then you get into the 3s and the 4s you got to roll. And you roll 3 pirates. And you're like, does the person even have like 3 cards in their hand? And it turns out they did, and they were 3 pilots, and they made it, or pirates, and they made it. But when there's other cards that they threw into this that you can like force people off or re-roll, and it's just the game's it's won every time I've played it. I think Chris, you enjoyed it too when you played it last year.
I've never played this game.
We played it last year.
I did not play this game with you. I've never even seen this game other than the cover.
I think I have dreams of playing games with you because this is
I know
now
you
like
do.
the 3rd time that this has come up.
It's because you play lots of games with people at the gathering and then you forget who you played them with.
No, I specifically remember you being there.
I was at the
You were
gathering.
there, and you were there, and you were there. So anyway,
And you'll miss me most of all.
everyone, you're trying to get up that row of locations, and on your turn, if you're the captain, you roll whatever the dice is to get to the next location. So initially, you're rolling 2 dice, and if they came up like the cloud and the toucan, those are the hazards that you have to go through, and you have a hand of cards, and everyone has to. Can you make it? Yeah, I can make it. I'm good, no problem. Because if you crash and anyone on the ship crashes with you, no one gets points. But if people jump off and you crash, then they get points. And the points you get are from those cards from the location deck. So each one, they incrementally get better. The game's great. Every time I play, any of you guys played it?
Yeah, Wes taught us this. I think it was last year.
I was
maybe
just going to
before.
say, Googs, imagine being taught this game by West, the most devious bastard in all of New York City.
Yeah, of
And that
course.
was-
I'm sure. He probably
That was
lied every
roughly-
fucking time he rolled, too.
That was roughly a year ago, so I believe that was right after you guys played it at the gathering.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is great.
Bob, you should have gotten that reference.
What?
The most devious bastard. No? It's What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh,
Sounds like it.
new season? I haven't seen the new season yet.
No, it's an old. It was like from 1 or 2.
Oh, okay.
Anything Matthew Berry says. Come on.
Oh, yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, we played this with West, which is
Don't put that to get low. Oh, sorry.
the best/worst person to learn this game with, because he will stab you in the face. He does not stab you in the back. He stabs you right in the face.
Yeah, he comes at you with it. Yeah, it's just got immediately. I every time like that first roll, wherever the captain is, and you have a hand of cards, so there's hidden information, and you're just. It's just. I mean, there are wilds and there are ways around it, but it's just out of the gate. It's always a fun time.
Oh, Brandon just said Nikki will never play this with West again after his jetpack. That's great.
Werewolves, not swearwolves.
Yeah. This game's super fun. I really enjoy it and would play it. And if I ever saw it for cheap, I would buy it in a heartbeat.
Good luck. It's out of print.
I know.
Well, the original is called Cloud 9, and it takes a lot of the. I mean, it's the same kind of thing. It's the same, got the same elements, but Celestia just added more to it with the spyglass and the.
Oh, sure. Well, I honestly, to give some credit to Mike Rice, I think I would just buy MLEM now. MLEM. It's similar, does things a little bit differently, but it's basically the same game.
I played that once, and people told me like, "Oh, if you like that, you like this game." And it's cats, so whatever. So I played the game, and it had the interesting jump off points where you're like, "I don't think you can make it. I'm going to get off here," but it was beautiful art, like minus the cats again. Like it really did. It looked pretty, but it just didn't. It fell short.
I love how Googs is now outing that he hates cats.
I hate cats.
Well, it's not outed. If you watch our intro, his little talking cloud has hate over cats.
Okay, fair.
It's
in X. It's no cats. I like animals. I don't hate cats. They're too temperamental, and we usually
only
one temperamental person allowed in the house is what you're saying.
That's it. It's me. There's no room for
So Brandon says, I'm with you on the cats, Googs. So Brandon Young's got your back. But I think he's just trying to get a game signed. I'm just going to say that.
He's already signed.
I know. I'm just.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, see, I'm a sucker for all animals. We have cats, dogs, guinea pigs, and unfortunately, I'm the only one in this house that feeds them. So when I come home, all the animals go nuts because the first thing I do,
my woodland friends.
Yeah, the first thing I do when I get home is I make the rounds with, like, I feed the dog, I feed the guinea pig, then I feed the cats, because that's the order in which I need to walk through my house.
Right, the dog at the door greeting
If you do it the other way around, then you could feed the guinea pig to the cat and the cat to the dog.
Oh.
Boom! There you go.
But the guinea pig will eat out of my hand and nobody else's, and I like to rub that in everybody else's face because guinea pigs are so skittish, by nature. But yeah, I guess I could feed it to my cat, but one of my cats has no teeth and one of my cats only has one eye. So they're kind of both disabled in their own ways.
So like Tim's wife, they're, into these special needs types of.
Listen. Just because she married me does not make her special needs. It just made her special.
No, so she's into, adopting things that need special care.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I will not let you disparage Kelly, but you can lay it on me all you want.
I knew what I was trying to say. You just misinterpreted again.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Brandon had it. He said, I'm a rescue. Accurate.
Yeah.
Great pick, Googs. Love it.
All right, before PETA cancels us, what you got, Mike?
This was called out earlier in the chat. That's okay. Talked about this game a lot. Played this game a lot. Still love it. Played it recently. It's Karuba.
Nice.
Oh, right on.
That would be that was the next one I was going to talk about. That would have been my number one.
This is, I still think, one of the best family games I've maybe ever played. It's such a simple rule set, but decisions are arduous. 36 tiles in a bag. Somebody randomly draws them, calls the number, place that tile on your board. Now you got to get your matching adventurers to the matching pyramids, and whoever does that the fastest scores the most points for doing so. But you can pick up diamonds and gold along the way. But you're never going to draw the tile exactly that you want. So you may be needing that four-way path, and you've got all these conjoining paths waiting for that one tile, and they just don't draw it. And so the decisions just get harder and harder while you're waiting for that four-way path to come out. It's just a really good light family game. I've played this damn near like 50 times, and I still love this game. I played it a couple of weeks ago. So
nice. Good pick, Mike.
It's the one I would have talked about next. The choices you have to make, the trails you have to do, the decisions. Yeah, you want to have the perfect trail, but in order to move your people, you have to burn a tile, and the exits on the tile are how many movement one person can make. So if you get one that has 2 on it, then you can move a person 2. But if you get the 4 and you need to move somebody, but there's a gold gem or a diamond there, you got to stop on the diamond. It's not like you can move through it and pick it up as you go. You got to kind of camp there. So if you burn a 4 just to move 2, you got to get your pieces across, and the tiles can't rotate. They have to be with the number in the upper left. There's so many things in this game that are it's bingo. It's basically playing bingo, and it's so easy to approach to people, but it's so much fun.
Yeah. Now, Googs, quiz question. Have we played this game?
Yes.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
on this show, we played it digitally. I haven't played it physically, but it was very good. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. I love this game. It's so good.
It's light rules, tons to think about on your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was one of the first ones that Haba did that didn't have the yellow on the front that you recognize Haba for.
Oh, right. Yes.
One of the first ones they did that were full box art and more towards a gamer crowd than the kids. And I don't know if that hurt. I mean, I think it got Game of the Year, or nominated at least for Game of the Year.
No, it won the Kinderspiel.
Yeah.
I knew it was
Kinder.
nominated.
It won Kinderspiel or whatever. Yeah.
It's so good.
Kinder, not Kinter. Right.
Yeah. I'm looking at the side of my Karuba box right now, and I see the Essen award on it. Yeah.
Nice.
It was a nominee. It looks like. It did not win.
Nominee.
What?
Sometimes it puts that thing on there, and you just got to read the real small font. It says nominee.
Damn it. It's too far away, and I'm too lazy to get up.
Yeah. So my number 2, I've played this game a ton. My box has a ton of wear on it. I want to try it at 8 players. It's fantastic, Mike. When you're right, you're right. It's Karuba. Yeah. So while you're on it, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw mine out there too. That was my number 2. I've played this game a ton. My mom loves this game. My exes unfortunately love this game. But it's great.
Is that plural?
Oh yeah. I didn't learn from the first mistake.
Listen, it's all right.
It happens.
Yeah, sure.
But no, it's and the thing about it is, I don't know. I bought a bag to put my tiles in, so you just pull them out instead of having to like draw them from a pile because that's lame. And so, when you give that game away to people, you have to give them a bag too, and make sure it's bigger on the inside. So
that's right.
Yeah, I got a TARDIS bag to pull.
Yeah,
the tile out,
so. Bobby hooked me up. I believe you did that during COVID.
Was it that recent?
I think
it was your birthday, like before that.
No, I thought, well, maybe. I mean, that was 2019. You say recent, but that was like 6 years ago for my birthday.
Okay, it's fair. But yeah, no, it's fantastic, and yeah, it's good.
Yeah, Bobby left me a copy of this game in between in my door, basically, because he worked third shift at the time. But he's like, "Oh, I put in a bag for you because you should draw tiles from the bag." And it was a Doctor Who bag of like TARDISes, and I loved it. So it was.
That's my only hit on this game is someone's the bingo caller, and their tiles have to be shuffled and face down.
No,
like
bag.
however you want to do it.
Bag.
Other than doing the bag or doing what Kabuki just said about like you could literally get a bingo, like a thing from Dollar General, a bingo,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, call it out.
and use those. Otherwise, the bingo caller has their tiles face down and has no idea how many 3 are left, or like the T's are left, or the 4s are left.
You can just look at other people's. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my only hit on this is whoever, and usually it's me because I'm teaching the game. I'm the bingo caller, but I don't know how many are left, and I'm always looking at somebody else's. How many 4s are there? How many 3s are there?
Sure.
You take the easy roll when you teach this game.
Oh, yeah,
I always
let
take
somebody
the
else
least
pull. I'm like,
adept
pull a tile
player to
out.
be the bingo caller.
Yeah.
Why? How is that the easy roll?
Because it's more fun. You gotta like reach in there. You're like 24.
And they don't have
then,
to sort all their tiles by number, which I personally
sort
do.
my
So
tiles
that
because I
while
know
we're
what I'm doing.
playing the game, it plays faster.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not going to make somebody new do all that. Like, here, who
Well,
wants the easy roll? Here, you can call the numbers. And
Yeah, but
you can look at my tiles so you know what's coming up.
Of course, but I'm teaching the game, so I'm shuffling and doing them face down while I'm teaching the
But
game.
see, that's the don't shuffle.
All you need to do is put yours in number order. That's not difficult.
Just time consuming.
I mean, while I'm teaching the game, you can organize numbers.
Hey,
Buy a bag and thank me later.
who?
The bingo thing is also a great idea.
Who?
Flat
Do you have,
bottom bag too, so it sits there open. You can just reach in there.
Yes.
who? For your number one, do you have a person who has been knighted by us as the designer?
Maybe.
Okay, I will not use that as my number two then. I'm just checking. But I want that game to be talked about. So I'm just going to say that.
I'll talk here.
That's obscure enough.
Yep.
So that's your number one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go with my number two then.
Okay.
Is going to be Star Wars Risk.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. This is a really good version of this game.
It's the best version.
Yeah, 1,000,000%, right? I have the black box edition, which is super nice and looking and everything. Really enjoy this game and what it does.
So cool.
I do think though that we should house rule one of the things where like the spawn points for the TIE fighters should regenerate or whatever, because isn't it like once you kill like one of the spots, like you can't put out more TIE fighters there or something? There was something there. It's been a few years since I played this, and like the rules made it a little more constricting for the Empire, and I feel like whoever's playing the Rebellion has won this game every. Whoever's playing the Rebellion has won this game every time, if they do it right. And so I think this game needs like one house rule. But I have really enjoyed this game, really appreciate what it did. I bought some micro machine parts to put in there for like some of the ships just to zhuzh them up.
They're not bad though.
No, good parts.
Yeah.
This is the closest thing to Queen's Gambit ever.
Yes, this is sort of that re-implementation of Queen's Gambit, which is, you know, one of the all-time Grail games, at least before Battlestar became one of them. Wayne, because it's Star Wars, calm down.
Yes. That's correct.
Plays nothing like Risk.
Yeah, and also it really plays the.
Yeah, I already had that up. You didn't pay attention.
I wasn't watching. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Wait,
Sorry.
what?
Oh, nice. A Karuba add-on. The chips. Nice.
Huh.
Good
But
pick.
yes, Star Wars Risk is cool as hell. Really enjoy it. I can see my black box edition over there. Love it. Will never get rid of it ever, even if I never play it again. Because it's Star Wars and it's a very, very nice looking version of this game.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and that black box edition is pretty as hell. Man, that black box version looks really cool.
Cool. Nice. Yep. Best Risk.
Good pick.
All right. So I have several asterisks on this one. disclaimers, if you will. One, because I did a little something for making it. Two, because I worked for the company that made it. And three, because I work for the person who designed it now. However, it may be my number one played game of this year, and it's Letter Tycoon. And I am not a big word person, like Scrabble's boring for me and stuff like that. But for whatever reason, this game is real simple. You get a hand of cards. They all have letters on them. You get a hand of 7 cards, and there's 3 cards face up. And on your turn, you just try to make the longest word possible. You get money depending on how long it is, and then you can buy a patent for that, for one of the letters that you use. So, like, if I make the word, give me a word. I don't know. Star.
Pick a word, Chris. Pick a word.
If I make the word star, I can buy the R. And then for now on, for the rest of the game, anytime someone uses an R in their word, I get a coin. So you're buying stock, basically, of the words as it goes and goes. It's just a very clean, it's unlike Scrabble where you sit there forever trying to figure out where you can place your word and all that. You're just looking for like the longest word, and it's pretty easy to do with the cards in front of you. I made the Zeppelin. That's my disclaimer. Other than that, I didn't have anything to do with actually making the design of it and stuff. So I'm putting it in there simply because I played this game so much that I had to have it in here.
Good pick.
Never played.
Yeah, it's got a new smaller box version now out in like Target and stuff like that. I just saw it recently. So it looks like that, but shorter. No, same artwork and stuff.
Cool. I didn't know that about the new version.
I don't know what that is. Seems so upset about being in this picture.
What's with the next picture? No offense, but how does that have anything to do with...
I don't know. No idea.
Are the coins in it from the game? No.
It looks like the Zeppelin's in there.
Yeah, all those Zeppelins are in there. Maybe this was at a convention and they were giving away Zeppelins or something like that.
Maybe.
Oh,
using
Brad,
them as change.
the designer.
Yeah, there's Brad.
So yeah. Anyway, saloon, a much better word than star. All right, so that's my number 2. So Gooks, what's your number 1?
Zeppelins as currency.
That's a good pick. Yeah, so Karuba would have been the one that I talked about here.
Nice.
Was Rice? Yeah, Rice.
All
right, so this one's, equally as good. The criminally underrated. I don't know how many people have played it or even know about it, but it's a Kevin Wilson design that has to do with a snake eating a sun. Nothing?
I don't know how to spell that.
So it's called Darkness Comes Rattling.
Darkness comes what?
Just Darkness Comes and then put R, and it's right there. There you go.
I've had this game on my wish list for forever. I've always wanted to play this.
Have you guys played it, Mike, Bob?
I haven't heard of it. The art looks awesome.
Great.
I think you made this up before the show.
So the lore, in the lore, there's this story where this rattlesnake devours the sun, and then these warriors decide like they have to go save the sun because you can't, you need the sun. So it's cooperative throughout the game, trying to go through each 4 corners, have a different thing you're trying to do. You're gaining cards. You're building yourself up for a moment where you decide you're going to jump into the snake's mouth and be the one to save the sun. But are you strong enough? Do you have the right resources, the right cards? And if you die, you die. Someone else has to then jump in. This game, the art's beautiful. The story's fantastic. And it's one of Kevin Wilson's designs that I love. I adore it. And I wish more people knew about it, played it. I always see it at conventions at their booth. It's on the bottom shelf. They're probably the same 3 copies that I've seen at every fucking convention. I wish more people would pick it up and play it. It's criminally underrated. But it is, I mean, so underrated that its rank on BGG is 10,078. Like, it's so far down the list. Like, way down. But this game's, it's great. It's super fun. I mean, there's the component quality is probably what hits it the most because the board can be warped. The corner pieces that go out there, like it's not necessarily great quality by them. But they're also, I mean, they did Vagrant Song. Like, they have some stuff that people know about. But man, this game is so good. It's so pretty. The art's great. The story is great. I wish more people knew about it.
I heard about this on Secret Cabal Gaming Podcast ages ago, and it's been on my wish list for a long time because of that. So glad to hear somebody else that I know personally that really likes it.
Oh, it's so my first year when I met Kevin for the first time at Gathering, I asked him to sign something, and when I brought it out, he was like, "Oh, like I don't even think he expected it to be a thing that somebody asked him to sign." Like, it's just it needs to be on more tables. I think.
Oh, sure.
Start picking it up and playing it more. It's so good. Yeah, it's based on lore, cultural lore about this snake that ate the sun.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Like that box. Look at the box. Like, it's got that colossal.
It is
kind of feel.
That would be up in the running with Inferno, right? For great box covers. I believe that's the last time we were on, was like great box covers with you guys. And
I love this one. I love it.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever even seen that box.
Oh, I've definitely talked about it on the show before. Maybe not in a visual representation where you needed to pull it up, but
yeah, because I would have remembered the box. That's good.
Oh, good. It's so good. I have multiple copies. I'll bring one next week. It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
I need a refresher, but it's amazing.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, Darkness Come Right Up. Kevin Wilson, I mean, if you don't know Kevin, like, he's a co-designer on Arkham. He did the Ninja Turtles Batman mini game for IDW. He did Kinfire. He did Gentle Rain. No. No, is Gentle Rain?
Gentle Rain is Impossible Dream, as well as Kinfire Delve and some of the other Kinfire games. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's just a great. He's amazing. He did Arcane Academy for us with Eric Lang. He did Stuff of Legend. He's just a very thematic designer. He's very smart in what he does, in his choices, and why he's doing certain things. And this one is just, it shines.
It's funny, Mike, you said he did Stuff of Legend. Right as I look right there and I see Stuff of Legend, Book 1, The Dark, Kevin Wilson, 3WS. Like, in that order on the side of the box. Right there. Yeah.
He's also a great person. Super smart when it comes to board game design and development and choices. And he's a great soundboard for why you do, like, if you have a question about stuff. And I mean, it shows in his designs, and this is one of them. It's completely under the radar. And it's been out for 10 years now. And I wish,
God damn,
I wish it came out. I wish somebody else could grab it and keep the art. Like, if you can get the art, because the art's beautiful, but do a new edition of this one, because it's really fucking good.
Cool. All right, Mr. Rice.
The first game that came to my mind when we said 2015, no deep cuts, this was an easy choice. It's Blood Rage. Blood Rage, I think, holds the test of time extremely well.
Here's your crossover.
Maybe one of the first hybrid games I had played that mixed Euro mechanics with territory control. And it's just fantastic. It's also one of the first games I remember where losing battles is a viable strategy for winning the game.
Yeah.
And you're just as you're playing, you're drafting those cards, and your strategy is not chosen until you see the cards in your hand. That determines your strategy. Also love, no, sorry. Recommendation for me here. This can be hard on new players, and a lot of drafting games can, because you don't always see how cards resolve until you've played them once. My recommendation, because this game can easily be played in 90 minutes, I suggest if you're playing with new players, play the first age twice. After you see how the first age resolves, new players now have a chance. Otherwise, experienced players are always going to win.
And you only add 15, 20 minutes to the game.
Right.
About 30, but that's okay.
Well, hopefully they play a little faster once they understand how it works.
Sure do. I have like the Kickstarter version of this with all like, the bits and the insert, and other people have played my copy more than I have played it. Like, I take it to conventions, it gets picked up, played by other people, and I've only played my copy like maybe twice, and other people have played the crap out of it. So.
There's nothing from 2015 that's even close to me. So very top heavy year, in my opinion. I know Tim's going to go with his hybrid area control game. So that's
I will, but also I know what Bob's pick's going to be, and I would rank both of our games and have above Blood Rage. I will say, though, Blood Rage was the first Eric Lang game that I played where I realized it was an Eric Lang game. Really loved it. I've kind of I don't want to say I've fallen out of love with Blood Rage, but I've definitely cooled on it.
Same.
Because I feel like very experienced Blood Rage players will absolutely dust a new player to Blood Rage. And I just don't like playing Blood Rage with people that are really good at it, because I'm not that competitive at it. I want to play and have a chance, but I also just want to be able to be a casual player and have a chance and not be like a pro level player.
Right.
I played this game. What was that?
Go ahead.
I played this game like tons when I got it, because I was the original Kickstarter, got all the stuff, extra stuff and stuff. Still have it. Still really like it. The problem is we played it so much that we all kind of started getting into our own, this is the way I play modes. And soon enough, we figured out someone was winning every time, because they had I throw all my people to be killed because the other two of you are fighting it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
sure.
I've been the Loki, all that stuff. And it just became like too mathematical at that point with the same people.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a different group to play it with and mix it up. So it kind of got put off to the side. Yeah, the Loki.
Yeah, you got to do the low-key strategy, but do it on the low-key.
Don't do that.
No.
Jesus.
I low-key hate that joke.
Yeah, this was fun. I enjoy it, but then I played Ankh, and it killed this for me.
Well, Ankh was like
Googs,
4
I
years
love
later,
Ankh.
something like that.
Oh my god, yeah, I love
Rising Sun
Ankh
was
so much.
okay. I like this better than Rising Sun, but Ankh trumps him. And I
I
know
love Ankh.
experience or whatever, like it's the best of the bunch, but man, like it definitely.
Did you ever play the Eric Lang one before this, where it's like on human skin and stuff?
Oh, you're talking about Chaos in the Old World?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Chaos in the Old World.
Yep.
Yeah.
Own that as well.
I played it after Blood Rage, but I was like, oh, okay, I can see where some of the bones came from.
Another
And skin. Hey,
I didn't. That one was not intended.
This one's based on his really early game. It's called Midgard or something, right?
Maybe.
I never played that one. Yeah.
They're old, much older than Chaos.
Blood Rage is a solid pick. It's my number 11. It's good. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Solid pick.
All right. So,
all right, Hoop, let me get excited for yours.
Yeah. So my number one was at one point in time in my top 5 by friend of the show, Sir Glenn Drover.
Yes.
Empire's Age of Discovery is fan-friggin-tastic. Tim and I have played the bejesus out of this game.
Yes, we have.
I believe it is Eagle Griffin.
Yep. It sure is.
Beautiful production. It takes like an old game and kind of compiles everything together with the expansions and made it into like a new version. So it's not quite like a deluxe. Like I was omitting. It is different. But it's a ton of fun. You're filling up these boats. You're sending people over to the new world, collecting resources. The workers you have different like abilities you're dealing with.
You have specialized workers. It's even better.
Yeah, specialized workers, and you could be Portugal. So hey, I'm biased.
Yeah.
So,
And before everybody freaks out, yes, you are colonizing the Americas. We get it, but it is a thing that happened. So it's fine. All right, look, like we're not intentionally like exploiting people. It just is. It is historically what happened. This game's great. I love it. I love the components. I love the production. Bob, thank you for putting this on your list. I was kind of counting on you having it so that I didn't have to use it as one of my spots.
Yeah.
But I had it written down because if you didn't have it as your number 2, it was going to be my number 2. Well, if you didn't have it on your list, it was going to be my number 2.
Right.
But I was not going to step on your game.
Yeah, those coins are fantastic. And then
God.
One of the cool things is so there's one of the workers is like a builder or something like that. And when you put him to the new world, it makes that zone worth more points. And there's nothing more satisfying than stealing that away from somebody who puts their worker on there. It's like, oh, hey, thanks for making the zone I'm about to control worth more points. Very satisfying.
It's so good. This game is so good.
Yeah,
it's a big box too. It's a thick. It's a
big boy.
It's a big boy.
I'll show you, but I got a can. So
it's a big boy.
That looks good though.
Yeah, love this game. Really cool. Because the generic workers can go anywhere, but those specialized workers that you can recruit throughout the game give you like better versions of those actions, and is really cool.
Little set collection with the trade goods.
Yeah, god damn it, I love this game.
Yep.
I absolutely love this game.
I had the first version of this game when it was Age of Empires 3.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Really shitty box too, like one of those
horrible box.
The Age of Empires, yeah. Oof, rough.
It was.
I love how those coins look like they're just hammered out.
They look legitimately like stamped, right? Like yeah. That's kind of how the Slay the Spire coins look. One of the reasons why I really like those coins is they look stamped out.
And it does one of the things that I really so Smartphone was one of the only games I rated a 10, and I love how it has like the game actions like on the board.
Yes.
This game, you're just going down that row and resolving it, and it has all the stuff laid out for you right there on the board, and it's
you resolve
like Dominant
it.
Species does.
What's that?
Like Dominant Species does.
Oh, does it do that?
Oh, okay. It does the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You start at the top and you just work your way down, right?
Yeah, so it's worker placement. Everybody puts their workers along there, and then you chain it down.
Talk about them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I've got Dominant Species. Never played it.
Oh, big stretches.
Great game.
It's that GMT game, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, my number one is obvious to anyone.
Let me brace myself. Hold on. What is it, Tim?
Yeah, everybody hold on to your hats or socks or whatever it is you want to wear that are going to get knocked off, because Cthulhu Wars is got to be my number one. It actually filled, I think I backed this in 2011 or 2012, and it didn't fill until 2015. But this is Territory Control from Sandy Peterson. Asymmetric player powers. Really cool. I know, Andrew, of course, right? I know, I'm obvious. Captain Obvious here. Especially for my gaming tastes at the time, because I was a big dudes on a map guy. I still love dudes on a map, but like back then, when this had like just the best miniatures outside of playing Warhammer, bigatures, as we would call them. I remember the day this got to my house, I had Bob and my buddy Pete and like another dude over, and we all played this the day it showed up. We were so excited for this.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at that.
You need a trunk like that. Man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't have a series of dresser drawers for it, but I do have
2 to 3 totes.
I have 3 very large totes with wheels on them that are full of Cthulhu War stuff.
That's all the stuff right there.
Yeah, I love this game. It's definitely not for everyone, but I love this game. Asymmetric player powers, and sadly, Peterson Games, like Sandy Peterson, great game designer, very bad businessman.
Sure.
You know, like Peterson Games is in big trouble. They got kind of bailed out by Catalyst for about 5 minutes, and then because they took up distribution of a bunch of their stuff, and then Quimbly's Games signed a deal with them to help them like finish off their Kickstarters. Then turns out it was way more than they thought it was going to be, and also you know, Kickstarter community's very patient and understanding, or the opposite of that, and then like really. So Quimbly kind of got into some of that, and then now they have since parted ways. So unfortunately, there's going to be a bunch of people that have backed Peterson Games stuff that will likely never ever see it, unfortunately. But I absolutely love this game. I love it for what it did for my enjoyment and my level of the hobby back then. Yes, I do have all those glow in the dark great old ones that Chris just went by.
Yeah, but why use those when you have the awesome paint painted ones?
Yeah, no doubt. But I you know, I my gaming tastes have very much evolved since then. This is still one of my all-time favorite games. But yes, my taste, I love that. I love that so much.
That's hilarious. We have sacrificed so much.
They have the cultists.
Like Jeff or Jeff.
I'm definitely a different kind of gamer now, and I know Kabuki just put Arboretum in there. Yeah, I have that written down as an honorable mention. I absolutely love Arboretum. That game might be just as mean as Cthulhu Wars, to be completely honest.
That's a mean one.
It just looks a lot nicer. Or friendlier, I should say. Anyways, I just love dudes on a map. Let's duke it out. Let's throw some dice with some really fun miniatures. And yeah, and again, I've read everything Cthulhu from, you know, the 20s all the way up to the 80s, 90s, you know, plus. So it was right on my wheelhouse.
I actually kickstarted this too, and I own a copy of it, and it's never been played. But yet I've played this game, 10 times with you?
Oh, yeah, because you played my copy every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob, I have a copy of Dice City if you want to trade.
throw in a steampunk rally.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's
game,
so good.
This game comes across as something that's just massive, and it really isn't. Like, you have your asymmetric powers. You should know it's kind of like Twilight Imperium, where you should know what the other factions do because they'll surprise you, and you don't want to be surprised because, oh shit, I wouldn't have done that if I knew that.
You just go back a few turns, and yeah.
But it's not a complicated game, right? You have your action. Have your things you're doing. You're trying to do your thing. It's very straightforward. Like Twilight Imperium is an easy game, right? 1st to 10, do your thing. You have your action on your turn. You're done. But the strategy in it is like, where am I going to go? Where am I going to pop up? Where can I put my cultists? The game is very simple, but it's really well done.
There's a lot going on, but yes, each faction breaks their own rules. Googs, did you play this with us at Origins?
I did not play this
2 years ago. Okay, we were playing it next to you at Origins.
I played
it. If you didn't play it,
You played it.
Because me and Sam Stockton and a couple other people played this at Origins a few years ago. I
think that was the year that I played Ankh with you guys, and I got swallowed up by one of you because I was.
You did play Ankh that same year, maybe even that same night, if not the night before. But confused. Yeah, but in the same part of the hotel.
Yeah, same table.
Same table for sure.
Yeah, this game is it's great. I mean, it's really well done. It's very thought out. I love the factions. I love how different they all feel, and the game feels different based on the factions that you choose. It's not always the same kind of epic finale or trouncing from Cthulhu. Like depending on who you're playing with and what factions they are, the game really feels differently
playing
every
it a different way.
You get a different experience every time. This game also is like my number one because the first couple of times I went to Gen Con, I went to Gen Con working for Peterson Games and just demoing this game. I didn't get paid. I just got a free ticket to Gen Con and I demoed this like 2 or 3 Gen Cons in a row. And I just played this all day and taught this all day. And that's how much I love this game. I really enjoyed it. I don't care if I win. I like playing as different factions and trying different things out and just seeing what works and what doesn't work. And different people sit at the table and like play differently. And so you're going to get different experiences. And I think that's one of the things that put this over Blood Rage. Because Blood Rage, if a person is
action system.
Yeah, well, Blood Rage, if someone is kind of playing optimally, a wild card isn't going to do anything to them. Where in Cthulhu Wars, somebody playing sort of erratically can really shift the whole dynamic.
Kill everybody.
Yeah, of the game. Yeah. And I think even Bob and I played, we had one game of this where we set it up where nobody won because he and I weren't going to win. And so we tanked it for everybody else.
Ritual of Annihilation.
Yep. That's right, buddy.
I love those painted. Whoever did a job on those look.
Oh my God. Yeah, so I put a wash on most of my minis, and my buddy Pete painted a couple things in there, and they look really good.
Fantastic! He painted all the little skulls and
stuff.
Are
good. Yeah, if you give this a wash, it stands out enough. But the table presence on this is bonkers.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. This game's insane. I really wish Peterson Games were, again, great people, wonderful people. I really enjoyed my time talking to them and hanging out with them at Gen Con. I just wish that I didn't feel like I had to like throw up a shield every time I complimented Peterson Games because of how bad that they have done their other Kickstarters. And you know, because it kind of fell into that cycle of this Kickstarter is going to pay for my next Kickstarter is paying for the one I'm working on, you know, kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not that anybody does that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No companies use that method anymore.
Right.
Well,
right. No companies do that and screw themselves over anymore.
No one would do that ever.
So anyways, I love this game. It is one of my all-time favorite games.
I saw it on the list. I was like, yep.
Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, damn, that was 2015 because I remember backing it before we had Mallory. So that means I backed it in 2011. Because my wife got really mad at me because she's like, "Why are you spending all this money on a board game and we got a kid on it on the way?"
Yeah.
All right. Well,
finally shut up. Like, okay, I paid all that money and at least I got something out of it.
I was just like, "Thank God it's good."
Yeah.
My number one couldn't be more opposite.
You're welcome.
But it's been mentioned in the chat. What was that?
Code names?
No. Well, I guess it could be more opposite.
Damn, Codenames is so good though.
No, it's Moriero. It's Grand Austria Hotel.
Great pick.
Never played.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, yeah. It's okay. So when you look at the table presence, you're like, Euro, whatever, and stuff.
Yeah, Clemens Franz.
The gameplay, though, so like this part over the table with the dice, right? At the beginning of the round, you roll a whole mess of dice, put them in order, and then when you take your actions, you're taking those, and those are the actions you can do. So sometimes the actions you are looking for aren't even there, and you have to figure out other methods of getting around what you need to do. But you're basically putting a hotel together, enticing guests with cakes and teas and whatnot. And the mechanism actually has mechanisms have a little bit of meanness to it that I don't normally like, but it's not bad in this one. Like if you look at these bonus tiles right here, if you don't make a certain thing, then you get punished, right? So, but everybody's on that same trip kind of thing. So, if you don't get your little token up into this area, you don't get the bonus, you get the negative if you're way back here, kind of thing. And normally I don't like those things, but it just works really well for this game. And this has had some expansions. I know there's one about like a dance hall or something like that, but I haven't even bothered because, again, it's a game that feels so complete to me that I've never thought it needed an expansion. So, has anybody played the expansion?
Oh yeah, it was a toss up for me between this one or Voyages for my number 5. This one's really good.
Anybody that I know has played this game absolutely loves it. I'd love to play it, but
yep.
Yeah, Andrew was begging on my taste real quick. And no, Brandon, I will not stop hating on Clemens Franz art.
Yeah, it's very stands out.
It's very dry Euro.
It's very Euro.
Yeah, I never used the starting hand, so
yeah,
I don't know about that. Yeah, I actually don't like bacon, so that wouldn't work out.
Oh, I love bacon.
Yeah, I just lost some subscriptions for us, Mike.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Chris.
And Andrew said Mike, but it was me that was typing that, not Mike. I know Mike looks like he likes a bacon cheeseburger, but it's me. Mike even has a more refined palate than I do.
Well, yeah, you drink Old Crow, so
that's true. And Will again without
I do have some anatomical beef with the cover on this one. It doesn't look like he has a dimpled chin. It looks like he has
anatomical beef
chin.
Right. Yeah, I'm not holding this up as our best art cover.
Wait, Mike, was it also you that had the problem with the Orleone box cover? Also, yes. Clemens Franz?
Also, Clemens Franz. It looks like the wrist is broken.
The dude's chin is like manly.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a dimple chin. It's like 2 separate chins.
I have seen a chin like this in real life, though.
Yeah, Robert Zadar from Maniac Cop, the actor that played Maniac Cop.
I have seen chins like this. It's rare, but it's weird.
They make them like that in Texas. It's weird.
Even chins are bigger in Texas.
Even chins.
Even chins.
Yeah, so that's from number 1. That's the list. We can talk about all the stuff that didn't make it on the list.
Oh, there's some great ones from this year though. Like let's be real. Potion Explosion.
Yep. Still solid game.
The Grizzled.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah. I didn't even have that one on my list.
Super mean, difficult co-op, right?
Through the Ages.
Through the Ages. Great.
Food Chain Magnet.
Yeah, I haven't played.
Oh, Food Chain Magnet. Haven't played, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Codenames. Come on, guys. I know it's a party game, but come on. Codenames.
It almost made the list. Yeah.
Codenames. Was that Vlada Chavato?
Yep.
Yeah. That's honestly, those games are so good for the hobby as far as like gateway.
Sure.
Fun party games.
Raiders of the North Sea was my first.
Hold on, before we leave Codenames, I just wanted to put this up for what Kabuki said.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's insane.
That's pretty damn good. I have about 100 or more.
I have a funny story that I got the undercover version of Codenames for Christmas one year.
That's like the After Dark version, right?
Yeah. And I had a couple of games that I got that year. And Mom's like, well, let's play this game. She just pulls it out and we start setting it up. She's like, what's Bukkake? I'm like, nope. Picked up all the cards. Like, no, we're playing something else. I am not explaining to my mother what that is.
In my research, it's funny you say that, Bob. If you look,
I don't want to hear about your Bukkake research.
Hold on.
You were playing with his sister, so hold on.
There is a board game called Bukkake that came out in 2015.
Wow.
It's a blast.
I bet. Oh my
God. Yeah, I felt myself trying to stop it.
So seriously, like look it up. I think I was like on page 15 of BGG of like scrolling through, right? Like I did the filter, like scroll through.
Let me clarify with an asterisk right now. If you're probably pause this to go look it up. If you're going to look it up, make sure you go to BGG.
Please,
Now you
please.
type that in.
Okay.
Yeah, good call, Googs. That's a public service announcement if I ever heard one.
Uh,
Oh my God, that's amazing. Forbidden Stars Kabuki. I have Forbidden Stars. That is a great, really crunchy, really heavy game. And I could get a lot of money for it if I wanted to get rid of it, but it's so rare now. And it'll be hard to get to the table again, but I don't know that I'll want to get rid of it though, because it's just not going to happen. It's very much a collector's item.
If I was doing deluxes, Orleans Deluxe came out that year, and that was the first version of it that I played.
Oh, hell yeah.
I played the crap out of it. So.
Orleans great. God damn it. I love Orleans. It's a good game.
I got a couple that didn't get mentioned. Mission Red Planet 2nd edition came out in 2015. Great Bruno Cathala game that supports 6 with programming. Andrew Stiles did mention Stockpile. I love it because it's got bidding and stock holding.
Never
very
played
light
it.
on rules. Ponzi Scheme, I think, is one of the most unique bidding games I've ever played because you bid to somebody and nobody else gets to see what the bid is, and they're either going to take the bid and give you a tile, or they're going to have to pay you what you bid to keep their tile. And it's just very unique. And last but not least, I was hoping one of my picks would get stolen just so I could throw Telestrations After Dark on my list.
I thought that was going to be on somebody's list. I really did. Good job, Bryce. Good job.
I gladly would have thrown that on my list. I don't care if you call it an activity. It's freaking fun. And
no,
that's
it's
all
not an activity. It's a goddamn game, and it's fun.
Hey, great game.
Yeah, super fun. And a funny version of that game, right?
Time Stories came out this year.
Oh yeah, Time Stories, super good. I need to play the modules that I have for it. I've got so many modules for it, and I've only ever played the base game.
Broom Service?
Never played.
It's very good.
Is that Bruno Cathala? Who did that?
I don't remember who did it.
Fister.
No.
Oh, Fister.
Yeah.
I think it won.
No.
What?
Who did Broom Service?
Freaking Fister did. Don't doubt me on designers. I'm telling you. Alexander Pfister.
Alexander Pfister and Andreas Pelican. That's how you say it?
I think you did that one. Room Service.
Yeah. No, it's a good one. It's the kind of thing where if you play a card and someone else plays the same card, then you both get the weaker version of the action. So you're constantly going like, are they going to play? I'll play this one because I know they're going to play this one, and then they play something else because they're psyched out. It's really good.
I like that idea. The version of Dead Man's Draw that I enjoy came out in 2015. That's a really great card game. Mayday Games.
That's been a favorite of mine ever since I played it. It's usually one of those games that'll come with me anywhere I go. And then I played Flip 7.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's got the same push your luck top deck, and you don't want two of the same thing, which is exactly what Dead Man's Draw is, but you don't have to explain the 10 factions and the ability they do, which I never saw as a challenge. But then Flip 7's got the same push your luck, the same itch without any of that preamble.
Flip 7 without any of the rules overhead, right? Yeah. That's why Flip 7's so damn good.
Yeah, but Dead Man's Draw was always they came out with that Captain something. It was the water one. Yeah,
it was basically the same game. Shit, what was it called? I had a version of that and I traded it away. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Captain Carcass.
Yeah.
Bob was bringing up Raiders of the North Sea, and he got stomped on by me, I think. But yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, that first Shem Phillips. But yeah.
Shem's great.
Never played.
Speaking of Fister, Mombasa came out in 2015. That one's really good.
Yep.
I never played that one.
They later remade that one into Sky Mines.
Yeah, Sky Mines.
And I was shocked nobody put a Lacerda on this list.
It's on my list. It's not on top 5. Yeah, the Gallerist.
Mm-hmm.
Never played.
I don't know if you saw that when we shot, Mike. It was recent. I think it was the top 10 Shelf of Shame games. Yeah, it was on there.
Bob, you own the Gallerist?
I do. It's sitting.
Oh my god!
It's sitting right over here, still in shrink wrap.
It's a lot easier to learn than it looks and feels that you would think because of Lacerda. I think it's probably the easiest one I've learned from Lacerda.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and it's been on my to learn shelf for the longest time just for that reason. And whenever I finally got it to the table, I was like, I should have pulled this out a lot sooner.
No game will be as hard to learn as Feudum, and I feel like if you've played a couple of Lacerdas, you can start to kind of put it together how they work.
I would love to play Feudum, but the teach or the learn process has scared me away from it completely.
I still have my copy. I backed it on Kickstarter because I love the art.
I played if someone taught it, but
yeah, same.
The rule, yeah.
Yeah, I have that set up on a shelf.
Kabuki, I saw Kabuki said Game of Thrones 2nd edition. I didn't realize 2nd edition came out in 2015. Could have been on my list, even though I do have the 1st edition version.
Yeah, I avoided
as well.
2nd edition stuff because there was some other 2nd edition stuff that came out this year that was good too. But yeah, Champions of Midgard came out that year, which was crazy.
Yeah, I thought about putting that on my list, but the game didn't get great until the expansion came out.
Valhalla and all that, yeah. Well, that's when I started working on it. So I did nothing but make the mat for it and one art card. So I had nothing to do with it. Yeah, Mysterium came out this year.
Yeah, but Bob and I played a version, the Polish version,
that's what
like 2 years before it came out in the States.
And this is the year the Polish version came out.
No, that's the year.
Sure? I have the Polish version, and I got it around this time.
I have the Polish version as well.
And I thought that it came to the States like a year or two after the Polish version was out.
It was maybe like 2 or 3 years, like you said.
What is it?
Two stove, something like that.
TAJEMNICZE.
Anyone's tuning in right now, they're like, "What the fuck is this show about?"
I'm looking at the game on my shelf right now. I see it over there.
JE. Thank you, Kabuki.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it was 2013 when that.
2013. Yep.
Okay.
That's the version I have.
Yeah, I've never actually played the American version. I only have this version.
I played the American version. They try to make it easier.
I heard you can do both versions with it, right?
Yeah,
either one.
I can't imagine how it could be easier. It's just cards and anyway.
Well, that game's still hard as hell.
Yeah. It's good though.
I
like the art for both of
them, but the American version has the best runtime of any game out there.
Runtime?
42 minutes.
42 minutes.
Hey,
yeah.
Huh?
See how quickly I picked up what you put down there?
Yeah, I got that. That was very good, Bob. Yeah, you guys, you haven't mentioned any of my mentions, the ones that were kind of off to the side of my list.
That's all I've got.
There were some really good ones that came out that are smaller but under the radar. 2015 was the second in a series called The Builders. 2013 had Middle Ages, but Antiquities came out in 2015. Basically, bingo-esque, but you're putting the workers are going to go next to the workers, bring in a certain thing that they can do well, and then you're putting them to build different things. The Builder series was really good, and the second one came out, Antiquities. One of the coolest games for table presence, but it's a kid's game. It's called Spinderella.
I have Spinderella. Hell yes.
Spinderella is fantastic, and the way that it works with the string and how the spiders work, like it's a clever game, but a hell of a production value on that one.
Yes.
the little small box games or small games by Chris. I know I have it here because I talk about it often enough. No,
I'm a small game. What?
The little games by Chris Handy.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
This one came out in 2015.
I got that one because you told me about it. It was pretty good.
Yeah,
Think
have
some
you,
of
guys,
the
have you
adult-
played it?
Yeah, I played. Oh, have they
No,
played?
you played it. All right, so this one, there's one of each letter in the alphabet, and then pass cards. And the idea is you shuffle them out and you give them out to everybody. The vowels are in play for everybody. You're not allowed to talk, and you're trying to spell a word. And at any point, if you think the word is done and no one else can move, you put your thumbs up to say we're good, and then you score it. But the idea is to get through your hand of cards. And you might be with the W or the Q or whatever. But there's only one of each letter in the deck. It's fucking clever as hell. So that came out in 2015. My favorite people, the Lamont brothers that did Spellbound and
Yes. Game of Gnomes and
Game of Gnomes came out this year, and it was the first one. The mushroom itself you can hang on the wall, and all the little bits could fit on it. Again, high quality like production, like clay molds, just like you'd expect.
I can't believe you didn't put that on your list. You love that game.
I have Game of Gnomes, never played it.
Game of Gnomes is not the best one by them.
I have Spellbound, and I also have Poseidon's Kingdom.
Yep, Poseidon's Kingdom, and Game Salute did the remake of Poseidon's Kingdom too. That's got a really cool component where the wave goes. And
the wave, yes, the dice wave, yes.
Spellbound is super hard to find and one of my favorites.
I have Spellbound as well. Yes,
oh, beautiful.
It also surprised me that you didn't have this one on your list.
No, Game of Gnomes is not.
No, Kingdom Death Monster.
Oh, Kingdom Death Monster. I haven't played it enough.
I've only played the first scenario, but it was really good.
Yeah, I do like that one a lot. There's also a game, and you can type this one in because I'm not going to try and spell it. If you want to bring this one up, I doubt you guys have ever played this one. Bring up your BGG thing.
Yeah, I got it.
You're not showing it
because I haven't typed it in yet.
Oh, all right. Well, type in GIP FELK. And there should be a word there. Just click on that one.
Yep.
Got some goats on the cover.
All right. Friedman Freeze. Hell yeah, amigo.
So have you guys seen this one?
Nope.
No.
It's got a very can't stop-ish feel to it where you're rolling the dice and trying to get combinations to move up the mountain, but you're trying to get your goats to the top, but the goats will take a path based on what you rolled. And then if you go up there, there's ways to knock the goat into the river, which then will make the goat go all the way back down the river, like Chutes and Ladder style. Not that it's anything like Chutes and Ladders. It's not. This is much better. But you're rolling your dice and you're trying to take a path to get up to the top of the mountain with your goats. It's really fun. I mean, it's stupid fun, but I mean, it's not going to hit anybody else's top list. It's not that good, but it is fun. It's worth playing if you see it on the shelf and you like rolling dice. This is a fun one.
Why are we throwing goats in a volcano?
You're not throwing goats in a volcano.
Throwing them off a mountain.
You're not throwing them off a mountain. It's not how it works.
Why do you hate goats?
I like them more than cats.
Throwing cats in volcanoes.
Shit. Shit.
Yeah,
That's
this
so
is a fun
funny.
one. It's just got a playful game to it. Yeah, putting the dots on the eyes on the goats would be funny.
Your googly eyes.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, there's one Area 1851. That one's another one that came out this year. That kind of it was there and then it wasn't, which I enjoyed. I like that one. I like the way the game played. It gave me that Favreau movie style, whatever that. What was the aliens and cowboys?
Cowboys and aliens. Yeah.
And then a small card game by Green Couch called Fidelitas. I love it.
I have that game. I just haven't learned it.
It's really there's the market right. The town is in the center, and you're playing cards, and you're trying to trigger them and move things around and get combos, and really, really clever card game.
Move it up the line.
There you go.
Yeah, a bunch of them have been named in here and stuff, but I am surprised that no one has no one played the Pandemic Legacy one.
I'm not a huge Pandemic fan.
Neither am I.
I played the first 2 scenarios of Pandemic Legacy Season 1 and was like, okay, this is still just Pandemic. And then kind of like D&D, it was hard to get the same group back to do stuff. And it was kind of like, well, we can play other games that aren't Pandemic. Like, isn't that fun? And so we just never got back to it.
I got it for my niece for Christmas one year, and she took it to college, and she played through the whole thing. She loved it.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. That's great.
Pandemic with stickers bored me.
Yeah, I think if you like Pandemic, then you probably like it, right? But I didn't, so I knew not to bother with it. So.
Yeah, I mean, that was the big one from that year, right? I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Not a Pandemic.
Hostage Negotiator? I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
I remember that, have not played, but yeah.
That's the Final Girl engine. It's based on Hostage Negotiator. I remember looking at a prototype of Final Girl, and they were using the Hostage Negotiator main board for the game, like how everything all worked.
Interesting.
Nice.
All right. Well, that's our list. Like it or not.
That's right. Damn it.
Yeah, you should like it.
You should. You should.
Yeah. Good.
Why is there a second thing down here that has my? I'm going to remember that.
Uh-oh.
But anyway, is there? What are you guys doing Wednesday again? That you have a guest, but you don't know what the topic is.
Right. Yeah, we've got to see what he wants to do for the topic, but it is the designer of Seismic, which was successful on GameFound last fall. Really crazy game design, just crazy, really neat, really unique. So yeah, check us out every Wednesday because we've got people on all the time, and sometimes you'll see these guys on here, and that's always fun too. Unfortunately, you'll always see those guys on.
You're pointing the wrong way, but sure. How do I know?
It's unfortunate. No, his neighbors is what he's talking about. Yeah, he has his neighbors on the show. Yeah.
But it looks right on my camera.
Yeah. Well, because your camera's not backwards.
You're backwards.
You're so pokey. Go.
There you go.
Weird on mine. You're pointing off to nowhere.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, those people suck.
Yeah.
Good thing they're not here.
Way to point.
Hey, you just pointed at me.
Yeah. You're pointing the wrong way again.
Damn it. I'm pointing at you, Bob. My camera looks right to me. This is terrible.
Are you pointing at me?
If I point this way, because on my camera, on my screen, I'm pointing at Chris. I'm actually pointing at Mike.
Yeah,
Correct.
I see Rice. I see you pointing at Rice.
Yeah, it's opposite. I got to point that way if I want Chris.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now you're pointing at Chris. I'm pointing at Chris. Pointing at Googs.
Nope.
Pointing at Hoop.
Nope.
And then up there is Rice.
So wrong.
Perception is reality. And my perception.
Yeah.
I'm going to go take a bunch more of those shrooms and talk about House on the Rock again.
All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for watching. Thanks for the awesome list, BGR. Everybody go check out their show this Wednesday, all their shows, their channels.
Well, yeah, subscribe because they don't only do the live stuff. They have you record. Do your recording things go live on Sundays? Is that when you release them?
No, we got like 2 or 3 episodes that drop a week, and then we got the live stream every Wednesday. We tend to do like a bunch of videos. We record all our videos on Sundays generally, and then they get edited and released throughout the week. But Sunday is sort of our studio day. Yep. Brandon keeps holding out on us as far as coming on the show, so we got to get him. I got to talk to Eric from Kibi and just have like a whole Kibi crew like night. I think that'd be super fun. But
that'd be great. Yeah, maybe we can do another live stream from Origins.
Oh, dude, that's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
That is a good idea. I hate to crush everyone's hopes of having all those fun Tim's Not at Origins memes this year.
I'll still find a way to make memes. Don't be concerned.
Yeah, there'll
Fair.
be definitely, I'm sure. If Rice doesn't do memes about you around con season, I'll be disappointed. Are you guys? What are you guys doing? Are you doing all the big ones? Origins
and Gen Con for sure.
Nice.
Grand Con for Mike and I.
Nice.
at least.
Con.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be at Grand Con for a day. I can get up there for a Saturday, for
Cool.
sure.
Hey,
Yeah,
Gen
so-
Con might be the first time I get to actually meet you guys in person.
Oh my God, I
Oh.
will be so
Well,
excited.
In real person, I know Tim saw me and ran away, but the first
I
time.
did. I
Yeah,
did.
that's
I was
true.
like, "Who's that scary dude with the septum piercing?" Yeah,
And the
it's very
shiny.
intimidating.
Looks like the lead singer. They're one of the lead singers from Aqua.
Yeah,
Get a
the
dinner or
lead
something
singer.
like that.
Yeah, no, we gotta. I can't wait. I'm so stoked you're going to be at Gen Con. That'll be a good time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Cool.
All
Yeah,
the
that'd be
things.
Andrew
All
said
right.
he'll be at Gen Con just to see
Nice.
Chris in person.
Yes.
Good. Andrew,
it
you're
is
going
the only reason to go. So, yeah.
cool. All right, I just wanted to ask a question to get us over the 3-hour mark. So thanks for that.
You're
There you
welcome.
go. Boom. You're welcome.
You're going to make me edit it.
Well, I know I say this all the time, but I really appreciate you guys asking us to be on. It is genuinely our pleasure and honor to be guests on your show. We were fans of your show before we did our live shows, so it's very cool.
Before
for
it was
us.
cool.
Yeah,
Before it was cool.
You're still fans before it's cool.
yeah, we were. Now that everybody else likes it, it's not as good. But
Yeah,
it was
right.
really
Yeah,
good.
I'm
back
saying it's not cool yet.
We need a count. We know how many times Daryl's been on, but they're second, and I don't know what the number is of how many times they've actually been guests on the show.
At least a handful. Yeah, 5.
Listen, Daryl's a great dude, but we're coming for
Yeah, it's got to be more than 5.
him.
I'm
5 or
thinking
6 maybe?
great.
Yeah.
Because there was one where Tim wasn't on. Then there were a couple with Bob
Probably
not
your
being
best
on.
one.
Yeah, maybe. And then there was the first one where I basically wasn't on.
You were there in spirit. You were a still photo.
Yeah, I was. Oh, I'm so mad about that. Oh, damn it.
Well, yeah. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for sticking around for 3 hours and hanging out with us.
Oh, and
Yeah.
just to let everybody know, no
Yeah.
show next week, right?
Correct.
Because
No show.
Mike and I are going to be going.
3
But we'll
hours
be
in.
back
No
after
one's
that.
gonna know about it because it's 3 hours into the show. But
Should have said it in an announcement.
yeah, we've tried the past 2 years. We tried, and just the space and the timing and the internet, it just doesn't.
Out.
It doesn't work out well. So
And we don't want to do it. Honestly, when it gets to that part, like, look over there. There's a bunch of people playing games. Do we really want to sit in here and say,
I look forward to the daily posts of how late Googs was up playing games.
Oh, yeah. I was on most of those whenever I show up.
Yeah.
I am not there the entire time like he is. So
I feel like Googs, when you come to these conventions, you should be bringing tumbling dice with you, so we could be playing some of that.
I mean, I make sure Can't Stop is there because that's the last game we play when we close down the hall. But
There you go.
Tumbling Dice is pretty good. The only problem is to travel with that fucking thing.
Yeah.
You have to bring the junior. You couldn't.
It doesn't fit in
Right.
the overhead compartment or anything.
No,
Well,
that's
but Googs only has to drive. Well, it depends. Maybe like an hour west or 100 billion hours east to get all the way over there.
This
But,
is
you
true.
know.
This is true. I drive. I don't fly to any. I drive to all of them. So I
Yeah.
could throw it in the car.
He's basically John Madden. He doesn't fly anywhere. He just drives to all
I
of them.
drive. I enjoy the drive. So you're saying I need to bring it to Origins then, huh?
It'd get played.
It'd
Just
get played. It'd get played. I know it's a haul. It's like asking Mike to bring his crokinole board, but it'd get played.
Eh. I'll see what I can do. If I can get over to the storage unit and get it out of the QSCon library, I will.
Awesome.
Like I said, it'll get played, and it'll get played loudly. We'll
Well, I
talk
like
a
to
lot of
play it
shit.
with you. I didn't get to play with you at QSCon.
Yeah,
I was
that's true.
jealous of the noise you guys are making.
Yeah, we were wrecking that whole. We were ruining everybody's time with how rowdy we were.
Yeah. Okay.
We made Flip 7 loud.
So you're the ones.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Why are you always next to my table? Yeah.
Do it
Yeah.
on purpose.
That's us.
All right, everybody. Well, for some reason, a bunch of you are still hanging out, so I'm going to take you away. Like we're not talking about anything you care about. So we're going to go ahead and go. But thanks again for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Thanks, guys, for showing up and being part of it. It's fun.
That was awesome. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Always a blast.